He said, hey, look. He said, hey, look. He said, hey.
Let me just go out and call him real quick. You guys can start and I'll enter back in furious, I guess.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my fucking god, I'm so angry.
Oh,
amazing. Amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing, isn't it? Oh, it'd be nice if you would have closed the fucking door.
God damn it.
Everything. He's doing everything
Everything's
wrong.
fucking ruined.
You can't do anything right now.
Oh my god. Hey everybody, welcome to the Snark Tank podcast. I don't even know how to fucking begin an episode like today's. Oh man. Remember, Snark Tank, patreon.com/SnarkTank, SnarkTank.shop, all the merch. Go over there.
Go get the perks, man. Go get the perks.
Go get the
if
perks.
If you hate ads, $1. If you want more content, if you want to get involved with the show, $5 and up, just other shit.
We rely on you. And also, Kingston is he's here.
Oh.
He's here.
Thought he was dead.
But
okay, no problem.
Should we explain the situation? Or should we wait till he gets back?
I think we should at least just give a little. Hey, he's gone because he's taken massive L's.
He so he is unfortunately inhabiting a brain space of intense incompetence along with somebody else.
Yeah.
Now, look, we record this show in person at my apartment, in my office. And so Derek, he walks here, and Kingston takes a lift. And I guess when he got here, Kingston left his wallet in his lift. And so he calls the lift. He goes, hey, my wallet's in the lift. Can you bring it back to me? And he goes, yeah, I'll get it to you after I finish this ride that I have. And he's like, okay, cool. So then the Lyft driver calls again and says, hey, I'm going to drop it off on the address on your ID in your wallet instead of, where I dropped you off where you clearly are.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Like, this guy made so many assumptions. He made the assumption that, he's home. That this ID is people move all the time before they get new licenses.
Yeah,
like he just assumed that everything was like okay. He's here, clearly here. He clearly lives here. Everything's fine.
That's just such a I don't understand why you would just where you dropped this guy off. It was one ride ago.
Right. The only time you do that is when, say, for example, I've dropped my wallet on the street before.
Yeah.
And then, there's an address here. I'll at least take it here because that's all I can do.
Of course.
If you know where the person was,
it really is a level of crazy that I honestly can't believe it.
Like imagine you're pulling out of a fucking grocery store, like a parking lot. You see a motherfucker drop his wallet and he just he drives off before you can get him, before you can hail him. And then I would think the logical thing would be, okay, let me just put it in the store. Because they're probably going to come back to the store.
Yeah.
Instead, this motherfucker's like, here's his address. Let me like, what are you doing, dude? You're doing too many steps.
It is truly insane. Here's
the man of the hour.
He's back. How's it going?
It's fine. It's always so simple. He's like, oh, my bad, dude. I'll get it for you. I'll bring it to you. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Wait, so now he's bringing it to you?
Yes.
So why wouldn't he do it before?
Because what happens is that the address gets deleted immediately for Lyft.
Okay.
They don't linger, I guess what he said.
Oh, so this guy doesn't he's probably not from here and he didn't know where he was?
I'm assuming.
Because you would be like, I was
just there.
I was on that street. I'll just go back to that street. Huh.
I told him here. Let's see if the story's not over yet, but we'll see. I mean, there's more adventure left.
So we were just explaining. We kind of told a little bit of the story up until the point where did we leave off?
So we just left
off.
This
is not a fucking adventure. It's not a saga.
Well, look, it is kind of this is a crazy amount of This is a crazy amount of negligence on both your parts. So it's like when two wind currents meet each other. There's a tornado because
I gotta say this.
Yeah,
I think how this started was how he approached it at first, because the first thing he did, and he said, and I'll say the first thing I said, call the guy.
Yeah,
and then he was like, I'm gonna call Lily first. I think that makes more sense. And I was like, that first thing was like, that it would already went down where I was like, this is gonna not be good, because the first thing you want to do is call the guy so he doesn't get too far.
No, exactly.
Like he might be able to just turn right around and be like, oh shit, I'm still right down the street. But you called Lily first, where I'm like,
well, I called Lily first. I didn't know if I had to bother with me in the first place. That's why. It was a blank of my mind. That's why I did that.
You would want to call the Uber person first, where that person that's moving, that's on the move. Lily's not going anywhere.
That's true.
Yeah.
So like the first thing, like I said, possibly this all could have been avoided
if I would have called them immediately.
Yeah, and if he was like, oh shit, yeah, I can just turn right around.
The thing that I find is so funny is that like I just don't understand why. I get the address is deleted, right? But you know where, like if you're doing Lyft. I feel like you have some assumption of like the layout of the land.
So, but
it's like, I dropped this guy off across from the Trader Joe's on Alameda.
He didn't go that far. That's the thing.
Right.
And
I feel possibly like, was he in San Diego?
Well, so here's the thing. He's obviously really stupid. So that's the thing. So he needed to, as soon as he probably turned off the street, it might have been in another country.
Yeah.
Like, it might have been, because that's how some people are.
He might have just been burned out, honestly. I don't know how long he's been driving. But
that's
like,
a good point.
But dude, like, it is so funny. Because, okay, so you call him. Or he calls, he's like, I'm going to drop it off at your, the address that's written on your on your fucking ID.
Oh, yeah.
I got my ID, which got my IDs and license. This is fucking my old place.
Yeah.
From fucking Valencia.
Yeah, you thought it was the place.
So, like,
well, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't live there anymore. I don't care.
So you thought it was the place prior, but it was 2 places ago. So you so you call your roommates where you used to live.
Yeah.
Right? With the people who used to live, and you thought it was at that place. You let them know, hey, Walt's going to show up. Cool. And then
texted him too, and I was like, hey, but don't worry about it. You're scot-free.
When he shows up and calls, the phone's dropping, the call's dropping. So you guys are having miscommunication. You're like, okay, let me just call my friend to let him know that he's out there. And you mention the street that it's on or the address. And you're like, wait, that's not where they live. Chris says that. Chris says that's not where they live.
Like,
I know that. I knew your old address better than you did. I thought that was like very funny.
Amazing that happened.
It's a series of miscommunications gone wrong to the umpteenth degree.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
That's why it doesn't happen.
That's why I don't wear loose shorts, man. Can't do it.
Man.
That's the thing. That's what we were talking about. You should start Donald ducking.
What is that?
Just Donald ducking.
Was that? Oh, like no pants?
Yeah,
no pants in it.
I think it's
no.
Yeah, because you just fanny pack and no pants, and it forces you to make sure you put your stuff in your fanny pack and not be lazy and put stuff in your pocket and potentially lose it again.
That's high power.
I think you have to do it now.
That's some high power shit. I'm not gonna do it, but I'll think about it.
I think you pop 3 Cialis, and then you Donald Duck.
Pop 3 Cialis and 1 Extends. Yeah. And just go out there fucking torque looking for trouble, dude.
Extend still even making product? Is that still a thing?
I'm pretty sure it almost killed somebody, so they were like, we can't have these anymore.
There's no way that shit even worked, did it?
I don't know, man. I never used them.
All of those.
I never played with penis pills. I was like, this could be dangerous.
There was one other brand before them. I can't remember what it was called, but they had a guy named Smilin' Bob. He was like the mascot. Smilin' Bob, like, and it would do like these kind of innuendo things or whatever. Damn it, I can't remember.
Was it Viagra?
Insight. I think it was Insight.
This is Bob. Bob is looking cool. And with a call to insight about natural male enhancement, Bob is living large. In a few short weeks, Bob has a big new spring of confidence. This is Bob. Bob is playing well. That's because not long ago, Bob decided to go big time. New clothes, new clubs, and a call to Enzyte, the effective, reliable way to natural male enhancement. And in just a few short weeks, Bob has a big new swing of confidence.
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
Damn it. There was before, because there was Extends was the second one.
Have you guys never used dick pills? Never, right?
No.
I've taken one gas station pill one time. I actually remember specifically. I just wanted to see how it went.
Just curious about it?
Yeah. So like
that's
it was
Zach. That's exactly what Zach did.
This is so.
He took too many though.
This is when I came back.
Oh, they took more than one.
Oh wow.
No, he just took one rhino pill. He's like, I'll report back to you.
That's crazy. I came back to California. I was living in Arizona at the time, and I came back in 2012. And that was when I got my license suspended because of some bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. And then, so when I came back, I didn't have my car. I was actually taking a bus to go see my girlfriend at the time. And so I took it 30 minutes before, I was like, by the time I get there, it should kick in or whatever the fuck. It didn't kick in immediately at all. All it did was make me hot. and it gave me this weird white after image shit. It did not give me a hard penis. Maybe I performed better, I don't know, but I was too distracted by the other effects.
You had fucking ethereal sight for a little
Dude,
bit.
it's crazy.
Deep sight.
My friend did the same thing, and he basically, I think everybody, I imagine if you go on Reddit or something, there will be people talking about that weird white after thing you see.
That was just a lack of blood in your fucking head and how hard your dick was. You weren't paying attention.
That's
Maybe.
so crazy.
You were just scared and
Maybe.
you thought you were dying.
I was probably like almost stroked out and shit, and I just didn't know. Yeah,
That is so insane. That is
Yeah.
so fucking crazy.
You only do things like that once, though, right?
I haven't
You
done
know
it
what's
yet.
funny? I'm afraid to take psychedelics, but I was totally okay with trying dick pills.
Well, I mean that makes sense.
There-
You think
there's
so?
different
Psychedelics are like people take those and they have psychotic breaks. Not most of them,
Right.
But like enough of them. It's like that same thing where it's like you hear about the worst shit. So obviously you're going to be a little bit
It's
weirded
like
out
going
by
from
it.
smoking weed to taking DMT immediately.
Like
It's
what's
what
the worst case
fuck are you
scenario?
doing, dude?
What's the worst case scenario for a dick pill?
Heart attack.
Well, yeah, I feel
Really?
like there's probably like just the unknowns of what is in that cocktail, I guess, is really stupid for
I
me
guess
to take
they sell them
that.
at gas stations. It can't be that bad for you.
I feel like I feel those are not FDA approved at all.
I have definitely taken some things that were, mixed in the same batch and they didn't clean them out well. And you're getting like some of something else that you shouldn't be having.
Yeah.
It's like tainted supplements is it's a real thing, right? In like combat sports, people get popped for they think they're cheating, but they're taking stupid, cheap stuff. They're trying to get around taking like the more expensive stuff because a lot of them get paid dog shit. And then so they'll get like the Chinese factories where they make everything in the same fucking bats. And yeah, so you can pop for some type of opioid shit that you clearly never took.
That's wild.
So yeah, so you
Like,
gotta be careful with that shit.
I never took meth. It's like, you sure?
Like, are
You're
you
riddled
sure?
with it?
You might have. You just didn't know.
Trace amounts.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's taking trace amounts of most things.
Most things, I
You know?
agree.
Like I remember, like a friend of mine failed the drug test because he had like he would eat these poppy seed.
I was just talking about
That's
that.
too much. The trace amount of poppy seed, like the opioids and poppy seeds, right? Or like something like or cyanide, but that's so little. Like, the fact they even
He
found
ate a
that is
lot of
crazy.
poppy seeds.
Yeah, it is enough to where it happens. It's happened actually multiple
I
times.
feel like it's insane because it's like because I've got drug tests and I used to eat poppy seed bagels all the time and it never showed up.
I don't think you eat them as much as like say. I think there's
But I
people.
guess
was
people
like
that probably like only
this was
eat
a
that.
daily. This was like a daily. This was like go-to morning sandwich. It was like
Right.
a poppy seed like roll with like a bacon, egg, cheese, ketchup, salt, pepper, and that was like his, which is fucking really good, by the way. But so I mean, I don't know. It was enough for him to get fucking dinged.
Yeah,
But like
no-
once he explained it, it was like, guys, I'm not on opioids.
do I seem like
Where
I am?
where do you get those from? Yeah, that's what I heard.
I actually just we were talking about this the other day at my house, me and JoJo, and I was so curious because I'm like, how the fuck is like the whole process of even making heroin? I was like, how the fuck? I know there's the plant. What I was like, what plant it is? I've seen the little thing, and it's like the white stuff comes out of it.
I have no clue how to do
I
with
saw it.
heroin.
So the funny thing is, JoJo knew way more about it because since they're a second world country in Lithuania, a lot of farmers, to make ends meet, they grow poppies to yeah. So like you'll see in a lot of poorer countries, they'll grow poppies to make ends meet.
What the fuck is a poppy actually?
a poppy plant.
Well, so it's like that.
Oh,
It's a flower. Like they have
it's a flower.
like a reddish, like a light colored red flower. And then that's
I've never thought
they
of it.
do it before it like blooms and shit.
Yeah.
It just you see it like it's green and has that little fucking
bulb.
bulb. And so you if you cut it open, you see all that that white jizzy shit. That's how they make it. And so you see the seeds when it blooms. They're all like the little. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about this.
I don't think it's weird. I was so like painfully incurious about what a poppy seed turned into. I just know that they were on my rolls, and I was like, that's it.
Yeah, I just got curious because JoJo, she's job hunting. Like she already secured a job, but she's looking for like other opportunities too.
Right.
And so I was kind of
right
like,
back.
oh,
right
he's finally here.
That was a new saga. All right. New chapter.
It's not even the same guy. I get abducted.
You get abducted. Some fucking 5'2" Asian man just throws you in the back of the car.
It'd be really awkward if he gave him no tip.
I feel like of course you have to because of all this shit, but you almost don't, because of just like his thought process pisses me off so much of like, why did you couldn't have, I feel like your first, the address is deleted. Let me call the guy and ask,
yeah.
Hey, where are you?
Yeah.
What the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
I don't know. It's a lot. It's whatever.
There's a lot of people. I've noticed there's a lot of people that kind of just operate in there's like a linear line of thinking, and they just kind of chug forward, and they don't ever like stop and like look around to think about other things. They just kind of just go.
Oh yeah, well this is their day. You have to think about it like a job in the way that we used to have jobs, where like I would go to Sears and I would do my tasks, but I didn't fucking, I was putting stickers up for like sales on the Allen wrenches, sales on this, sales on that. If somebody came up to me and asked where the Allen wrenches were, I don't know. It's in the tool department somewhere. But like, I don't know. I'm not paying attention. This is like I'm on autopilot, doing the thing that I need to do to survive. And that's probably what this is. Is like, you drive, you zone out. You're probably not paying that much attention. You're just like, oh, destination here, destination there, cool, do it. But I mean, look, still, like, it is crazy to me that you would assume. You would assume that because dude, my ID still has like fucking, it's like 8 addresses ago.
Exactly.
Like what the hell?
Exactly. Mine right currently is Nevada. It's my Vegas address. It's my Nevada ID driver's license, where my driver's license should be coming pretty soon. Dude, I almost failed the written test.
Oh, here?
Yeah, because it became, so the last time I took it was like 2013. Because when I had to get my license back. All good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Everything's all right. I gave him like $50.
That's way too much, but
Yeah, but I was like, I'm sorry about
I would
your
have
day.
given him a 20.
Yeah, 20's fine.
I was like, I'm sorry about your day, man. You
Like,
you were going back and forth from me.
$50 if you
Especially
would
because
have
he
like...
probably already took $50 out of your
No,
wallet.
he didn't take any money.
you
If
sure?
he did, I would have yelled. I'm like, I'm give my money back, you fuck.
He would have Tokyo drag raced away from you, man.
He would have gotten a Mario Kart and like skirted into his cart and got his cart and left.
What'd you have done where, say, you meet up with a guy, he's still in his car, he rolls down the windows, and you see in the back seat there's a girl tied up. What do you do?
It's none of my business. Well, can I just have my wallet?
So that is, do you think of in your heart of hearts, would you just ignore
Absolutely
that?
not. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
I'm kind
of 50-50 with it.
If you let him go,
You're a monster.
you're in trouble because
Yeah,
you're
you're
the last
accomplice,
person
yeah.
that he had contact with. So it's like,
you guys, and you have all this money in your wallet, so...
he oh my god, he leaves your wallet in there with her, so now you're implicated in it.
Yeah. So
And
I
for
guess
some reason, a girl is saying she's describing me, and I'm like, no, I never saw you.
okay. I
He was
would have
tall
called the
and
police.
black and fat.
I would have called the police. He was tall.
Dude, this really reminds me of like I saw a video like on like a Ring camera. It was like a Ring camera video that was circulating around Twitter of some guy who's like, "Hey, I found your wallet and I walked like 20 minutes this way, so I found your address. Here it is." And they're talking to the Ring camera, and he goes, and the person on the Ring camera was like, "Okay, thank you. You can just leave it there. I'll come down and grab it." He was like, "Yeah, man, I kind of walked 20 minutes, and I missed my bus, so I'm just gonna take like a cool 20 out of here, if that's cool." And then she goes, "What are you doing? Stop!
What
Get out
the
of my wallet." I was like, "Nah, it's just a 20. I'll even leave. I'll leave most of it. I just need like a 20. It's like, yo, that's fucking crazy.
It's like,
I mean, I would do that too, but
that is
like,
the craziest way to rob somebody.
yeah, why would you tell them? Like, just like,
You don't tell him because he thought he was gonna get a reward. He thought he was gonna get.
he thought he was gonna be
get
like
an award and praise.
yeah, for being honest.
But he barely got anything. So he's
Yeah.
like, I'm getting something.
No, see, the thing is, he probably would have got something until he insisted.
Well, no. He just gonna leave it there. She's like, all right, cool, bye. That's it. It was kind of
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
kind of what it was.
And yeah.
Oh, she already said, yeah, I'll leave it. All right, thanks.
First of all, you got to give somebody something if they do something like that for you. You got to give them something. You got to be
Okay.
Yeah, because it's so easy not to do that.
Exactly.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
that's a good point. So, yeah, I mean, I still wouldn't reach in the wallet and just take
I
it
have
myself, but I get it.
I would absolutely.
I have definitely in the Bronx found people's wallets on the floor, seen it had money in it, like, oh, that's crazy. Take like $100 bill, and then it's clearly a drug dealer dropped their wallet
Look.
while they were running from the cops. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy.
Look, if there's
Lit the
that
wallet
much
there.
money in there, yeah, you don't leave it.
Like,
To me,
I should have took all of it.
If there's like $6, I'm like, this
person needs this.
Yeah, I ain't
Yeah,
taking that.
yeah.
It's down there a lot.
If there's like way too much money, I'm like, all right, okay, you're stupid.
Like, oh, there's
and you
$300 in here. Take
you
the
clearly
whole
have
thing.
enough money, like you have expendable money to just take in your wallet.
That would
with
happen
you.
in the Bronx all the time. On 170th Street, where I used to go, right by where I grew up, people would, because I would run from the cops, right? And they would get rid of all the money and the shit they had. So you'd find weed, you'd find whatever else
That's
on the
crazy.
fucking sidewalk.
So people were just hunting. They were just probably like you know how like those old people have the metal detectors on the beach.
Exactly.
No. So you'd find a wallet sometimes, like, oh, there's a wallet here. You open a wallet, there's way too much money to be in there. You're like,
That's awesome. I've had a couple of.
I saw a few hundreds and I was like, I'm just going to take one. I took one. But at that time, I was like 11.
Wow.
So that was way too much
That's
money
a
for an 11-year-old.
fuck, dude,
That
that
is
shit.
a crazy amount of
I
money.
was like,
I remember my first $100 bill and how crazy that felt to get one.
How was that when
My
I got
mom
mine?
wouldn't give me all that fucking money at once. Like I got it for like a birthday or something.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It would be like a birthday, like some like your family would like chip in or something.
And you're like, yo, and they're like,
Give me that. Let me hold on to it.
here, you can
Yeah,
have
but then- yeah, but then-
20 or something.
yeah,
Like,
your-
what
your
the
parents would
fuck?
be-
Give me my money. It's mine.
I hated that shit. I'd get money for my birthday, and then my grandma would be like, give me that. I'll hold on to it. And I'm like, Grandma,
Give me my.
you were a
fucking
doctor. You
money.
don't need that money, Grandma. Give it
Listen,
back.
Grandma, give me my fucking money.
That's
You know how not okay? You know how not, dude, I would get, my grandma has
Killed.
so many sons. You know how badly I'd get my ass beat if I did that?
It's so funny though because it's like that's I feel like in my family the grandmothers would do the opposite. They would sneak you money so that your parents wouldn't
My grandma was my
divvy
mom.
it up.
That'd be sick.
My grandma was my mom, so, you know. So
My grandma
you didn't
gave
have,
us.
you didn't have that cheat person.
I didn't have the barrier. I didn't have the barrier. It was like, I'm just raising this little motherfucker, not be a piece of shit. So, like, I got to discipline him.
My grandma, she gave us like reasonable, like little, dollars, $5 here and there, but no, there was never like all this money. She was kind of, she was a gambler, so she couldn't part with too much money because she's gonna be like, I have to go hit the slot soon. She was, she had a problem,
For
or
me-
she does, I think, still.
For me, the thing is that, like, I rarely got what I wanted.
Yeah,
I always got what I needed. So that was the thing, right? Like,
I
it was
hated
like
that.
the always thing is like, I always got what I needed. So at the end of the day, as I'm a grown ass man, I can't complain. Because I'm like, if I needed something, I got it. Like, if I needed a pair of shoes, I got it. If I needed new basketball shorts, I got them. If I needed like something for like school or like for bettering me, I've got it. But when I wanted shit, I'd have to beg my heart out. And then she'd be like, I'll get this, but I'm not getting anything for your birthday. And it'd really be that. I'd be like, well, I guess I'm going to get this game now, but I'm not going to get anything for my birthday. So birthday would come and I would get like a meal made for me. And I'm like, that's good enough, I guess.
yeah. I didn't get I got stuff, but it was more at the expense of me not getting allowance. Like, say if I wanted something extra,
Yeah.
I fucking hated that though, because it wasn't like I would see some of my friends and how much money they would get, because some of my friends, they weren't poor and they were like, oh, $20 here, this, that. Like I would get until I had a job, I would get $10 a week. So say if I wanted a game, like, Mom, give me Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. And then, okay, but you're not getting allowance for a month. And I'm like, fuck. All right, but
do it. Pull the trigger.
I really want it. I'm like, okay, the food, the house is stocked with food. I have everything I need, but I can't fucking go out and get a bag of chips. I can't do anything. And so it was annoying. I hated that trade-off, but that's how I would get
I would
stuff.
find so much money on the street, man. It
That's
really
lucky.
is crazy. It is
Because
lucky.
I'd rob people. I find other things, I'm taking it from people. It's crazy,
No,
man.
because you would see some stuff like that too, even in Yonkers. You would see like, oh, there's a fucking wallet.
Why?
What's in here?
That's
Oh,
dope.
a
It'd
50?
be bags of powder, and I'm like,
Like, come on.
man, whatever. I don't care about that. And, wow,
Yeah.
$100 bills.
Or you know what a common thing was just the dollar bills like blowing. Like there would be one like blowing because it clearly fell out of somebody's hand.
Yeah.
And you'd be
Wow.
like, people would chase. I saw a guy dive into the fucking street for $1 once, and like, Jesus
That is
Christ.
for $1.
People are struggling. People
I
have
was going
always
to
been
church.
struggling, dude.
I was going to church with my family, and then like it was like a really windy day, and I saw this guy dive into fucking traffic.
So what if it was 100? You know,
It wasn't 100.
For 100, I would risk it a little bit.
I wouldn't risk it.
I'll risk it a
Not
little bit.
anymore.
100
Not
in the
anymore.
90s is that's not that's like
Oh, 90
that's
is
like
different. That's different animal.
that's like
$300.
80% of your rent is $100.
It's like that's like $300, $400 right now.
It
Yeah,
is so insane to listen, like watching old sitcoms, and they talk about like, my God, my apartment's fucking $300 a month.
Yeah.
It's
I think with my first
wow.
apartment in 07,
Such a fucking
What
ripoff.
is it?
it was all in
When
utilities.
did you move out? How old were you when you moved out, Derek?
So what was I, 19?
19. So it was like right after
19?
high school.
So just a year after. So I chilled for a little bit, did absolutely no. Dude, it was awesome. I did absolutely nothing that summer. I gained so much weight because when I turned 18, March of that year, when I graduated in 06, I started getting these checks of, I think it was my dad's life insurance. And
you got them immediately? Okay.
yeah, well, when I turned 18, I didn't get them because he died when I was 4. So I got money.
So it was
when I was,
probably just withheld from you
yeah,
until you were
until I was
makes
18.
sense.
And still, I wasn't ready for it. So I did get a car. Okay, I got a car. But then everything else was my tank. When gas was almost $5 in 06, my tank was always full. We went everywhere. I ate I usually would get these half order of super nachos or super fries, but this time it was full orders all the time. So it was like, those were like about
Dude,
10.
when you get that
like,
money when you're a kid, when you get that first touch of money when you're a kid, it's crazy.
so responsible.
Dude.
I paid for a year at the gym instead of just doing the month to month. I'm like, fuck this month to month shit.
You didn't even go. You're like,
bro, I wasted most of that money by not. I just paid for a year in full, and I went probably. I injured myself a little bit too, but I probably went 3 months out of in total. I went in sparingly.
I did the same thing. I did the same thing when I went to the gym for the first time.
And like,
yeah, I'm making a real decision.
Well, for me, I'm just like, I don't want to see that charge every month. I'd rather just have I'd rather just know where I stand
get out
now.
of the way, yeah.
Just get out of the way.
For sure. When
Support local business.
When I started working at Dunkin', that's when I first got I never was poor, but that's when I first started getting my own money. And you were around some of the times we would just go anywhere. It'd be like,
what do you mean?
Let's just go somewhere. And they're like, all right, because we were all like.
I feel like I never went anywhere.
You were not. We weren't exactly affluent where we were, but people weren't exactly poor. People weren't exactly poor. Especially where my development was, people had money and they lived there.
Yeah,
so
it was like middle
anywhere.
It was like middle class, lower middle class.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like at the very middle point. So we would go anywhere. We'd go to fucking Six Flags. We would go to Rye Playland. We would go to fucking Connecticut and just buy dumb shit. I was buying weed out the ass, dude. It was insane. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not learning the value of money, but it was fine.
Yeah.
And then I moved here and I was fucking destitute for 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
And
That'll
it's just
do it.
it's just simply understanding how to be able to spend and use money. My grandmother was trying to teach me that, but I think I got a job before she could really hammer it into my mind. I should have paid rent at the house where I lived at, man. That would have been a good idea. I think that's a good understanding of it. But the thing is that when you make your child pay rent, you have to respect their privacy also.
Yeah, and they didn't want to do that.
My aunt did not want to.
Well, my
do
rule,
that at all.
my rule was that I would
Yeah.
pay rent kind of to myself. Like when I was staying home for a little bit, I was like, I'm gonna spend the money that I would spend on rent and put it in a thing. You know what I mean? Just because why not? It seems it would benefit you greatly to do that. And I would actually recommend that of most people who are living at home to do that.
I wish.
Don't take for granted the fact that you
You're
are
living in a good
you have
experience.
you have a free ride basically, but also save that money.
Yeah.
For sure.
Good investment.
I think I'm gonna make my kid pay rent, but I'm gonna truly give them the freedom of somebody.
At what
that's a
time
tenant.
when they get a job?
After high school.
Oh, if they're still home after high school.
After high school, my rules are gonna be if a kid is if you're out of high school and you're the first, I will give you 1 year to figure yourself out. I give you 1 whole year to figure yourself out. You can do whatever you want. You want to choose to go to college, you can go to college by all means. If you want, but you have to work or go to school.
What if you find out that around 16 years old, your kid actually hates you and wants to get emancipated? You thought everything was cool.
I respect it, man.
Yeah.
It's okay, man. If you don't want to,
there was you literally thought there was no problems. Dad, fuck you.
I pretended to love you this whole time.
I've been a very their father, very kind, very much so supporting.
You've got him everything. He has the PS10 or whatever the fuck is out at that time.
I'm a great father, on paper.
Yeah.
And I have 2 kids. The other kid's I don't know where that came from, Dad.
Spits
Dad,
in your face.
you're awesome. I don't know.
Fuck you, Dad.
The brother is things seemed fine.
Dad, you were great. I don't know what's wrong with him.
I don't think I would make my kid pay rent. But I would not necessarily. I would make them pay rent, but the stipulation is you will see this money.
Oh no, yes, it's not.
This is going into a thing. You have to pay this rent, but it's.
But you would let him know, or would
That's
you not
what
let him
Lily's
know?
dad wants to do for us.
I don't
right
know
now.
if I would let him know necessarily.
I wouldn't let him know.
I don't know if I would let him know
Lily's
necessarily.
dad wants to do it right now, and I was like, no, dude, he gave us a fucking house.
Because I would want.
This is your money. Please, because he can be making so much money from where we live.
Right.
Yeah.
He can be making a ton of fucking literally. If
I mean,
he
maybe.
Well,
can
at least
make a lot
probably
of,
double.
You can make
double and a half.
You can make
2.5.
At least maybe close to 2-3 bands where we live.
All right.
100%. If people
I understand what you're saying.
Think of how
I understand
much
what you're saying.
a studio costs.
No, I understand. But based on the metrics of how fucked everything is, yeah. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Is it worth? I would if I was looking for a place, I'd pay no more than $2 for that place. If I was like looking to rent a place,
I wouldn't.
that's
I
like
would not-
that's like
too
a
much.
that's like a $1,500 to $1,700 place.
I would say
It's in the back of somebody else's property, and there's
it's
no
really,
privacy.
really
It's
fucking
really
nice,
small.
but it's the
Like, no
it's the
shot.
square feet that gets
yeah,
me.
Yeah.
That's me. So I would be like, all right, cool. So I was like,
In a just economy, that would be like a 1750.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Based
so
on
like-
how nice it is, but also like taking into account the square footage and the fact that it's on someone else's property in the back where you have no privacy.
Yeah, where like you know, if the next people that move in or whatever, I'm sure your Lily's parents have a spyglass and just checking on them, make sure they're not doing any weird shit. Because bro,
fact
you never know.
I could
hate the
never
idea of that
imagine
shit,
having,
bro.
but that's very Mexican, dude. Right? Mexicans
Yeah.
do that shit all the time. I think it's
do what? What do you
insane.
mean?
Just
But
have
then they
people
get
living
in-
on their property and then they get fucked over.
They get into my mom's fucking gotten with her the house that I grew up in. That happened. Some people that the whole thing was a clusterfuck. Like long story
That's why
short,
you got to do
yeah.
contracts, dude. You have to do a contract. It's so unfortunate, right? Because
Yeah, but the rights, the renters' rights in California
Are stupid.
are crazy.
they're insane, dude. Even right now, for me, I could fucking do squatters bullshit to release father if
Yeah.
I wanted to, which is absolutely preposterous, but it's possible, you know. And it feels bad because these are like, what happens is they see other downtrodden Latino people, and they're like, I don't want to. I want to help this person out because that's what my heart wanted me to do, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'll figure out arrangements where you can live here. You have to pay rent and XYZ, and I'll give you your privacy. You have use for the washing machine, all that stuff. I would do that for somebody, but then because of people being shitty in this world,
the thing is,
you would get fucked
everybody
over very likely.
The thing is that everybody is expecting someone to fuck them over.
So they
Because
fucking
it is
over.
because it is that the world is that way.
It's
Like
advantageous to
if
fuck
you
them
don't
over.
eat the dog's gonna eat you. You know, unfortunately, it just kind of is how it is. You know, and you're living. It's like, well, if I can save money in this obviously unjust economy, why would I not do that? Like, why wouldn't you do that?
I don't know, man. I don't.
You'd be insane not to, quite frankly. People
My-
would be insane not to employ squatters' rights on people. Like, it's what the fuck?
I don't
Are
get
you
it. Man.
kidding?
It's this instinct is like you. I don't know. I'm also not doing terrible, you know. So I'm
Yeah.
ignorant to it. I'm not fucking downtrodden, struggling, and destitute. So my brain is not the same. I don't have kids as well that I have to like hopefully protect. So like that's why I'm like that. But it's just like, dude, like just come on, like
Yeah.
come on, dude. Like what is going on with this, dude? It's insane.
Yeah, people suck. Whatever. I want more money though. Give me more money. You guys figure it out. Whoever's listening,
Yeah.
figure it out how to get us more money.
Either give us more
figure it
money or make things less expensive.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You guys got to make a change right now. You guys got to figure it out right now. I'm not doing it. You
Yeah,
guys
I'm
gotta
not
do it.
doing
I wish
shit.
there was just some guy that we could threaten to make this. You know what I mean?
No, there is.
I mean, there's
Let's
There is.
let's get on to.
There is.
there is a couple people, but
There
There is
is, but you
some
gotta
stuff.
be. You gotta be game. You can't
Yeah.
you can't be half involved in that.
and they also, you know, they might, you know, some people are already working on them. You know what I mean?
Look.
Some people are
Look.
working on 'em already.
We got one thing in the topics to talk about.
Hey.
And then we can move on to some questions from our lovely patrons over at patreon.com/snarktank.
We used to have titties.
I guess this is kind of where the show really begins.
Someone's gonna like.
We used to have Mexican titties. Now we have no. There's only Mexican titties. There's no American titties anymore.
you ain't-
Oh, is
It's
that
an
Sh- is
epidemic.
that- is that
the titty
Shane-
epidemic. That shit was.
Shane Gillis on Kill Tony. Yeah.
I don't think Kill Tony's very funny. I don't. I think it's kind of mad most of the time. But every single time Shane Gillis shows up, it's fucking hilarious.
What's that guy's name? The Tony guy, Hinchcliffe.
Tony Hinchcliffe?
Yeah, I don't like him, but yeah, I mean,
I'm like
fine.
mixed. I like him sometimes, and then other
Yeah.
times I don't really care.
To me, he just seems like the most smug fucking person. I don't know. I
I think it works.
He's yeah.
I think it works
yeah.
for him.
I don't think he's funny enough to be that smug. I think that's the
I
problem.
think that's what makes it funny. That's funny to me.
That's interesting.
yeah.
That's interesting.
like he gives off like
He also did really well at that roast.
and then there's this laugh that he does that I can't stand. It's his look. Like he does this thing like where his teeth
Yeah.
kind of start perching out. Like
yeah, like he's like,
I'm
he's
like-
like he's eating the Krabby Patty. the little.
yeah.
the Squidward bite.
He does this.
That's the first thing I thought of when I saw it. But yeah, you know, that was a really funny.
Yeah.
The Shane Gillis stuff.
You ain't gonna get me, Jack. You ain't gonna fucking touch me.
Dude,
That
he's-
Biden impersonator was really good too. Actually,
He was.
like he had like a really solid. Like that is how he sounds actually.
That there's a point where it got out of hand. It got like really wild. And I was like, "Holy shit, this is!" If I was in that crowd, I'd be screaming.
Did you see the guy with the little hands?
Yeah. And he was like, he was literally like, oh shit. Let's reset. Let's reset.
Anyway, that wasn't what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, take as many shots at me, Jack.
Please, somebody. Please,
Look me in the
set me
eye. He just had this fucking unhinged face.
Set me free. Please set me free.
Someone please send me.
Please, I beg you, I beg
Imagine
you, I beg you.
at his next press,
Take me home.
his
Let me
next
go home.
round.
I miss my mom so bad. Let me go home.
Why isn't nobody doing it to me? What's going on here?
They won't let me have a weapon
what
because I do it
sucks?
to myself.
You're a bunch of pussies.
I think I'm going to have to like do like deviated septum surgery or whatever the fuck that is.
Oh, to fix your nose?
Yeah.
Oh, you never did anything about
No,
that?
but it's getting annoying now. And I
What's
think-
wrong with your nose exactly?
I just like, I find like I get to these points where it's like, it's kind of like, I never feel like even. Like when I'm breathing through my nose. It's never like, it never feels like correct.
You know you're not supposed to be able to breathe both of your nostrils. You know that, right? That's the thing.
What are you talking about?
What?
You're not supposed to be able to. Usually one nostril's kind of always closed, it's like somewhat closed.
I've never heard of that before.
It's a thing. I think you're not usually supposed to be able to breathe through both your nostrils. Some people can do it. Like I can most of the time, but sometimes
Yeah,
like
but I can't most of the time.
ooh,
It's kind of the thing. It's
okay,
like
that
it's
might be
mostly like not. It's mostly
you
like
can take in air from
one or
both
the
your
other.
like one of your like. I thought that was the thing. Like you can take in air from like most of the time one nostril way more than the other. Can you take in air from both your nostrils the same?
As long as I'm not congested.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just
Most
really
people
congested.
can, I think. Like, well, people who don't have like fucked nasal situations,
I don't think.
or
my
if
nasal
they're not
situation
sick.
fucked up.
Like a lot of
'Cause
times.
I feel like I brought up to a doctor. They were like, "That's normal. Like, it's
Oh,
fine.
man.
Sometimes you are not."
You got one of those back alley
Well,
doctors.
yeah. Look, sometimes
him
I agree,
$12.
but most of the time it shouldn't be the case.
Let me look at
And
you,
so, like, I don't
Kingston.
know. I'll look at it.
Open
I
up.
think probably like breaking my nose in the fight probably like made it a little bit worse than it was before.
Do you
So,
need
like,
an extra
we'll see.
spleen?
He just pointed up my nose, and I'm like, "Please stop! Please
Put
stop!"
the spleen up your nose. That's not where it goes.
What is a spleen? Do you know what a spleen is?
Your spleen. I forgot what it does.
You're like a medical guy.
Your spleen, I think, helps you digest like. I think it helps you digest like fatty acids.
No shot that's true.
I think it does. I think it does.
I think you're
I
lying.
Could be, I could be wrong, but
I think you're lying. I think you're an informant for Big Spleen.
I'm not
And you're
lying.
trying to.
I'm not lying, but I'm not lying purposely for you if I'm wrong.
Honestly,
I could be incorrect.
I don't know. I thought the gallbladder did that. Like, 'cause I know it produces bile, and I thought the bile was to help break down.
That's
like,
probably the gallbladder. I don't know what
the
What does the wishbone do?
enzyme. The wishbone helps you.
Help you imagine.
I couldn't. It was too stupid.
It's the bone that allows you to say "I wish." If you didn't have that bone, if you take that bone out of someone, they can no longer say those words.
It's the bone that causes you to sing "Airplanes" by B.O.B. featuring Haley Williams,
Oh,
and so it's like
Okay, so the spleen.
if
pretty
you
much-
couldn't sing that song without it.
it helps you. It helps you fight off invading germs in your blood.
whatever.
It
Oh,
helps,
interesting.
it helps you. Which it's just
Oh,
antibodies. help
cleanses
you
your
fight
blood a
witch
little, huh?
It cleans out your blood.
I don't
Can we
believe that.
pretend that
But
airplanes?
We got some news about
I could really use a wishbone right now.
Cody Ko.
Oh yeah.
Cody Ko's in the news.
Oh yeah. Only 37 minutes in, just about.
Yeah. That's why I said this is kind of where the show begins.
Yeah.
We're dilly-dallying around a little bit.
All right.
Just because that start was so crazy. Like
It was a pussyfootitish level of
Fucking guy right now is gonna crash through the ceiling. Just
I fly Uber plane now.
Uber.
That's
plane.
gonna be a real thing sooner.
I would
honestly.
never
no,
do that.
it's
Yeah,
not.
it'll be a real thing sooner.
I would never do
Can't
that.
give-
I would never do it. I would never do it. Don't get me wrong.
Although they do have Uber helicopter, kind of. Like you can do that actually. Like
You
I
can
don't know.
call-
I don't know if it's through Lyft or Uber or something, but like you can get like I remember seeing one of those options when I was coming home from when I was flying into JFK and I landed, and there was like an option to take an Uber or a taxi to Grand Central or a fucking helicopter.
Oh wow.
And I was like, what?
That makes sense.
Who
for
the fuck is doing this?
rich motherfuckers? Yeah, to avoid all that traffic.
It wasn't even that expensive, really. I thought about it, but then I was like, I don't want to, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You ever been like in a helicopter? Like you ever been in a helicopter?
No.
And look at the person. And they're like, I could just fuck this up for both of us right now.
Well, like just hit the fucking good.
Or like when you're in a car with somebody and they're like annoying you, and you're just like.
I can just jolt this thing. Just end this. I can end
That
this.
is
I can end the
fucking
song.
crazy.
I think about it sometimes. I never do it, but I think about it. Or like we at the shooting range, you're just like
And the shit.
turn around.
See,
and
that's
just
why I don't
waste
go to.
everybody.
I don't go to shooting range because of that. Because I feel like
It's smart to avoid for that
you'll
reason.
be the unlucky person just that one time some asshole comes around and fucks just
And he gets you. Like, they don't get him before he gets you. You know, you're like,
all the bullets.
shit.
You take up all the bullets.
No. Like, you're the first target. He gets like maybe 2 people, and you're the first one. He's like,
I feel like I have the kind of luck. I have such a backhanded luck where, like, I feel like if I was at a shooting range, I would get shot, but I would survive.
Oh yeah, you get
And I would be
ear shot. You get ear grazed a little bit.
No, it would be like I would get hit in the back or something.
you're paralyzed.
And then I would be paralyzed for like a year.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? But I would eventually be able to walk. But like when I was able to walk again, it would never be quite the same. Like that would make me so much more angry than just being paralyzed. Because at least I could get around like doing like Crash Team Racing stuff.
Yeah.
But like the idea of just like, oh man, I'm walking, but like at like my 80-year-old self's ability, that sucks.
Would you
I'm
still
30?
Would you still do the podcast, or would you be selfish?
What do you mean?
Would you
Would you be selfish? Would you be selfish and like stop doing this podcast because your life was ruined? You're a cunt. You're an absolute twat.
The look on his face would sold it.
Would you be selfish?
Anyway,
fuck, man?
fucking Cody Co.
Dude, we're not doing the podcast anymore.
he's gonna
Chris, what's
fucking
going
quit.
on? You're in your fucking bed or in your shower crying because he can't fucking walk
I'm in
anymore.
an iron lung, and I'm breathing.
All right, come on, you're being a fucking baby.
Stop being a bitch, Chris, and I slapped the lung.
He's like,
Ding.
oh.
You still funny, nigga. Get up. We're just sitting on his bed while he's doing the fucking
And just
podcast,
do
breathing
it.
heavily.
All right, Chris, read the names.
Oh,
That would be. I'm sorry to any of our listeners who are in iron lungs.
yeah, sorry.
Nah, fuck you guys, man. Hope that lung gets hot.
You think we have any? You think we have any listeners in an iron mask?
What is it? What's an iron mask?
You know, like Leonardo DiCaprio. He was in that, right? Wasn't he in that?
Are you talking about
Man in the Iron Mask?
the Iron Mask?
Yeah,
Who's that?
the superhero.
You mean Iron Man?
No, the Man in the Iron Mask. the Marvel spinoff.
The Man in the Iron Mask.
Yeah,
Metal Man.
look, I'll pull it up right now.
Pull it up. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking
Metal
about.
Mask Man.
Metal Mask. Metal Computer Man.
on.
It's Computer Man and Arachnid Lad.
I want to make
His fellow arachnid.
I want to make sure it's
computer
actually,
guy.
No, it is Leo. It is Leo. I'm right. No, but you've never heard of the actual Man in the Iron Mask? You've
I
never
have no
actually
idea
heard
what
of
that is. I genuinely.
I think I see the face. Let me see the face.
I thought you were mentioning. I thought you were just trying to say Iron Man in a
No,
dumb
no,
way.
no. So I understood that, like, but that was like, oh, I wasn't sure if you were leaning into the bit or if you hadn't, like,
That's
actually.
just MF Doom.
Let me see. I've seen that before. I've seen that image before. La 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 la.
That's just. But no, that's a real thing. I actually don't remember like the backstory of that. I just remember Leonardo DiCaprio being in it, and they like fuck his ass or something.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
That feels like a movie from like a parallel universe because I've not only have I never heard of that movie.
Yeah.
Not only am I very familiar with Leonardo DiCaprio and I've never heard of this.
Oh.
I've never even seen that imagery anywhere.
Oh, I mean, it's not.
I missed that entire. I made my whole life without coming across that.
Do you think they slip through sometimes? Like this things from the alternate made up place. Just
I think
slip
so.
through?
I think so.
And it's
Yeah.
like,
I do.
where did that come from?
I think that's what a Mandela effect is. Seriously.
I think that's what happened with Sia.
What happened?
do you
What'd she
mean?
do?
Exactly. Like, why is she around? Like, I don't. Who the fuck is this person?
I think
have
she
to-
makes some good music though.
I have
Right, but like
deja
she
vu
just kind of came.
sometimes.
She kind of came up one
She
day.
did kinda
and then it
came
was
up-
just like, okay, I guess
She did come out of nowhere, unless I'm sure there's a documentary that explains.
I don't even think she has a birthday. I think like in the documentary. that
Can you imagine? She's like Jesus, man. There's like no fucking record.
her ID just has her height on it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Height, no age.
I mean, is she still doing shit?
She made a song like
Because I've heard
she made
two
a
of her
song, like
songs.
3-4 years ago. 3 years ago?
Chandelier song, and then the other one, like I put
1,
my
2,
armor
3.
on, show
No,
you how
she
gay
left.
I am.
She just
1, 2,
did- she
3,
stopped.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's the Chandelier one.
She said Sia to her own
was
career,
like,
and she
"See,
fucking vanished.
She said, so, "What are you fucking 50?"
See ya later.
See ya.
I be having deja vu about shit that's impossible, dude.
What?
I had deja vu about the day I got my PS5 about playing my PS5 and looking over at it and being like, this is not possible. This came out a week ago.
I know what you mean, yeah.
And I hate that because I get so stressed out. And I think that's obviously it's just my brain putting together memories of like shambles and like, I guess.
It's your brain fucking up, which is like really distressing.
Yeah.
Because like the fact that can happen, it's like, oh, I know I've experienced this before, but that can't be real. So like it's just like, oh, it's just your brain being fucked up.
The human brain is not even close to perfect.
What about the phenomenon of, and I imagine it's like, it's like Doctor Strange where he ran through every scenario. There's like one, this is my best guess of like where people dream the future. But it's in like, say, not in very broad, like, a basic scenario of something happening. Something very specific happens. Or like, what the fuck? I dreamed it. Because this has happened to me like at least 4 or 5 times throughout my lifetime where I'm like, I can't fucking believe this happened. I dreamed this.
Yeah.
And a very specific, I might have talked about on the podcast years ago. Like some girl was chasing me when I was in elementary school. She had a yellow shirt on in my dream, chasing me around the classroom. And then it fucking happened. This girl named Whitney wearing a yellow Boys and Girls Club shirt, chasing me around the classroom. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I dreamed this. And I'm thinking, okay, the only explanation as an adult, I'm thinking, there are so many scenarios going on in your dream and so many dreams.
You must eventually get
just
to one.
landed on something like that happening.
You grab pieces, when you wake up every morning, your brain just grabs little pieces and like, all right, this is your memories for today.
Yeah.
I remember when
the things that you try to remember the hardest are usually there, but there are sometimes, like, think of how many things have happened to you,
No, not much. Like a couple of things.
Nothing's happened.
A couple of things have happened.
Dude, I remember one time I was really fucking high. And when you go to pee and you get the dual stream?
The Viper?
Yeah, the two stream where it like forks off.
That only happens to me when I have like
right after I come. That's the only time it happens.
Like when I have a little residue left. Oh, okay, so same. Okay,
but
gotcha.
So that's what happened.
Well, yeah,
okay.
No, but I remember I was like really high. I remember I was really high, and I did this, and I had the two streams. I was like, I remember thought like, oh, this must be like another version of myself is pissing at the same time. And then it made me laugh so hard while I was pissing.
Did I ever tell you guys that I legitimately pissing in the middle of the night one time when I looked at my dick, it was upside down.
Was it like, what do you mean? Like,
so what I mean is,
what the fuck are you talking about?
The top of my head was fucking now not the top. It was fucking turned around 180.
I can't sanction this.
It woke me up. Like,
I bet.
I actually was scared. And I was like, oh. And it wasn't like that. It was like, but still legitimately.
That would put me to sleep.
It was like me when I'm playing.
You see that and you just,
I'm tired. And you fucking still pissing. You lay
still
down.
pissing.
You're still pissing all over them.
Do you think that's how the Native Americans yawn?
That's so disrespectful too. Like,
I can say that. What the fuck?
Your heritage and my grandma. That's so.
I
rude.
love that.
So. Whoa. Wait, that's kind of fire.
That's kind of fire.
John Redskin, play the drums.
I kid. We love you.
Very funny joke.
There is one time I was playing
Throat's
video
mouth.
games.
Throat's mouth. Want to hear this joke?
That's my cousin. Listens to podcasts.
Listen to
He's an
podcasts.
incel.
Runs with scissors.
Runs with scissors.
Runs with scissors and flirts with the underaged. Anyway, Cody Ko.
I have one thing to say.
We're never gonna get to this.
Real quick, it's whatever. I don't care.
I've tried so hard.
So you talking about there's one time where you were like your dick was upside down.
Yeah.
There was one time.
Yeah.
There was one time where like I was playing video games, right, and it was really late at night, and I pissed myself. Right?
What do you fucking mean? Like at the game, like sitting there?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
What could you have possibly been
I
doing?
thought I was in the bathroom.
Dude, my eye twitched. What do you mean?
You thought you were in the bathroom? You're playing Assassin's Creed 2. I must be in the bathroom. Let me piss.
I'm kidding. I'm fucking kidding. But actual story, Liz gonna be mad as fuck. There was one time Lily had a dream where she needed to use the bathroom when she was little and she peed in her mom and dad's bedroom. She was like 4.
So
that's kind of the normal way that it would happen, right?
But she was like so embarrassed, and she just said she just stood there and cried about it.
So she added tears to the piss. That's disgusting.
Then she got beaten savagely.
She got beat.
Elbows.
Elbow.
Ground and pound. They discovered.
Imagine to start elbowing this poor little kid.
Her parents started watching UFC when it was like brand new. Like, this is fucking awesome.
Back when it was anything, when you could do any bullshit in it.
They strangled her with a blanket and dangled her off the bridge.
Dude,
Bars, by the way, but like that's crazy. That's really genuinely
you're
crazy.
Pissing yourself. I don't know if I can beat myself. I think I've tried recently and I just can't do it.
You've tried? What are you? Why?
Because I want to know if I could make my brain be like, do that.
You can.
And I can't.
It's so easy.
Wait, what? Wait, is it?
Yes.
Am I broken?
Yes, I have no reason to do it, but I could.
What you're saying is that you cannot piss on command. Is what you're saying.
No, even when I have to pee, I'm like, I'm gonna pee myself right now. That'd be funny. And I'm like, I can't. My brain won't let me do that. My brain won't let me remove that lie.
I don't have that
You're
stage
not
fright
going
shit.
to do it, not because you can't do it, but because you understand the value of that bit is so low.
It's not low. It's pretty funny. Look, the idea of somebody pissing themselves is pretty fucking funny. But
It's funny, but like it's not. You have to deal with that.
I want to do it. I think it'd be funny. It's pissing yourself. It's hilarious.
I bet you can do it if you drink a gallon of piss.
Well, yeah, because it'll filter through immediately. It'll be, oh, this is just piss. Put this in the piss container.
Then you'll get the piss out.
Put this right in the piss container.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to questions.
Yeah. We're not.
Whatever.
Yeah, Cody Co sucks. He's a fucking idiot.
Cody Co was fucking Tana Mojo when she was 17. Gabby Hanna openly told Cody, hey, she's 17.
And he was like, oh, my bad, bro. I didn't know.
And then proceeded to fuck her that night.
And then he fucked her. Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, dude, Cody Co has always given off kind of dickheadish energy.
Yeah. I have not seen, if I've seen any of his content, it was like somebody else you recently said that, like, you're aware of who they are, but I can't remember who it was.
No, I
can't remember who it was, but it's the same fucking shit. Where if I've seen anything of him, couldn't tell you.
I've laughed at this shit before. I thought him and Noah Miller together were very funny. I think Noah's particularly funny.
I've seen him and Noah Miller like clips on like TikTok and stuff. I've seen that.
But he did what he look, man.
You can't.
Well,
just come on. You're 25.
The biggest thing is like you were told. So even like
right,
there's no sugarcoating it because you were told of it.
Because like it would have been like because I remember somebody was giving the explanation. I remember was it Gabby or whoever it was saying like, oh, I understand that Tana looks older, so maybe you thought, but no. Like one,
I don't think anybody.
Informed,
yeah, look, I don't think anybody earnestly like if you're at like a party or at like a bar and you make out with somebody who looks older without knowing. Is really gonna give really that much. Maybe some people will, but like I mean, that's an honest mistake, right?
It's a mistake,
and like,
especially at a bar. Which, quite frankly, like a lot of people like get into bars without like with fake IDs. That
shouldn't be there.
That's fucked up. Yeah, and you're like a fucked up person for doing that,
right?
For being the person to go in there, when you can't. But he was told explicitly, and it's like corroborated by people who have no reason to corroborate, really.
Literally.
So like, it's definitely true. And so it's just like you told him, and he said, "Oh, thank you for telling me." And then you went and fucking
did it anyway.
Banned her? That's crazy.
It's such a
especially as you're an internet personality.
You're famous, right?
You're famous. Why wouldn't you just be like, oh, yeah, okay. Thank you for letting me know. That's not worth it.
I'll go grab any other legal thing. There's probably DMs up the ass of women that want to bang me or so.
Legally.
It's so that's the thing that is so. I expect. Remember when that what was the fuck that kid's name was? It wasn't a kid. Call Me Carson.
Oh yeah.
What happened with him? I expect like when you look at that guy.
He
look
was
at
younger
that
though, wasn't it? That kind of felt weird about
that.
that.
What it was?
Carson was the girl was
17 and he was like 19 or
and
something.
He was
right?
19. She was. The thing is that I think he was freshly 19. And I think that's where the problem came from. He was freshly that age.
But what I was
that I kind of felt was
still that's a mistake on your part. You gotta move smarter. You gotta move smarter.
What I was getting at is that
25 to me to 17 is a lot worse.
Agree.
When I see like Call Me Carson as a person that when you look at that gentleman, no shade, but that is not a, he's not a, he's not a handsome cat, right?
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that without his clout, without his position, that's the only reason he's like getting anything. And I expect people who don't listen, and the people who don't normally talk to women or get women or something, I expect them to make mistakes like that. I expect them to be like, because now they have this power and influence, so they're gonna make stupid mistakes. I expect stupid shit like that to happen. It's more forgivable for me. And when a person because let's be real, that person without the clout that he had, you think he was getting pussy before?
You never know. You never know. But
Shut the fuck up, man.
No. You never know. But at the same
we're using
time,
Occam's razor. Stop doing that.
But at the same time,
Stop
you
doing
have
that.
to.
Well, Occam's razor would suggest that he would be, because like plenty of ugly people with no power get laid.
Not at that age.
At 19?
Do you think we would be in the position we're in now, where men are all fucking lonely and fucked up?
I
If
think
that were
that's-
true?
Well,
I agree.
Let's
I agree.
change the subject. I don't want
I
to fucking
agree.
talk about this if you guys are going to do
I
that fucking
agree.
devil's
I
advocate
agree.
shit.
It's not devil's advocate. It's just like I know so many people who are
Of
not
course,
attractive.
ugly people get pussy. Otherwise, there would be no ugly people on Earth. Of course.
Right, yeah.
We're not talking about no ugly people getting pussy.
He's getting heated.
Derek,
I don't know.
Derek,
I'm getting heated because
we agree. We
it's
agree.
like
Little triggered snowflake
It's just like,
over
hey,
here.
we're fucking talking about this normal thing. It's like, hey, let me interject with some bullshit, and it's like that. You don't need to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway.
That's what we're
We're
doing. That's what this whole
jackasses.
show-
That's
what
what
this
this
whole
show
show
is.
is.
It would be if you were doing it for comedic purposes, I would play into it. It's just like,
People
let me
are
just
ugly.
say this. I just want to interject, and I'm like, oh, come on.
I
His
agree
blood
with
pressure's
you.
high lately. I don't know what's going
Actually,
on.
it's fantastic. I just got my blood pressure
Yo,
checked.
shout out to you, dog. Good shit, bro.
I got my blood pressure checked because they're.
I don't give anybody my blood.
Yeah. Well, I didn't give anyone my blood. They checked my pressure.
Chris, they don't take
No,
your
I
blood
respect
out to
that.
check that.
No, I don't. You don't understand. I just don't give my blood to people.
I wouldn't.
I've done like I've been to doctors. They say like we really should get you a blood test because you're looking real rough. And I say no.
Son,
You're
I'm
not
pretty
taking-
sure you have polycythemia vera.
Polycythemia vera, yeah.
And then fucking
The Animal Crossing of cancer.
guys, it's me, Chris Reagan. Pretty sure my doctor diagnosed me with fucking polycythemia, whatever.
Gay. I got gay.
I don't know. Should I open a GoFundMe, guys? What do you think?
Can you imagine if I like lied about being short?
You were
For as
actually
long as
mad
this
tall.
time?
You were taller than
like
me the
this
whole time.
This whole time for no fucking reason.
I would respect that actually because
I
it's so
wouldn't.
unheard of.
Yeah.
It's such a like what? That's
You lie for short king.
you wanted this
privilege, I guess.
I think hard mode. That's hard mode. We talking about?
Can you imagine they take your blood, right? They take your blood, they like put on a thing, they're like, this piss. And it's red like blood. It's still red like blood though.
There's no hemoglobin.
We've done
There's no hemoglobin. This is
piss.
This is
done-
urine. There's no blood cells in here.
Miss Jameson, we've analyzed your son's blood, and it seems I've never seen anything like this, but it's all urine.
Every ounce of it.
Not a hint of blood to be seen.
Not a single hemoglobin.
No.
Not a single white blood cell.
Not a
It is.
single.
There's no iron.
There's no iron. There's nothing that isn't piss related in the sample of blood that we took from your son's arm.
But what's crazy is that piss is
will-
effectively water, but this is just piss.
The
This is
the
not-
government
The water.
is on its way.
Yeah.
I'm
likely
sorry.
never see him again. I'm very sorry.
Fucking government lassos. They're
They're
gonna
trying to
government
wrangle me.
lasso.
They're
Fucking
wrangling me.
That's what the Secret Service should have had. They should have had lassos. They could have just like
They take the gun out of his
take the gun
hand.
out of his hand.
Yeah, whoa.
And then someone starts whipping him, like cane point whipping the fuck out of him. Wow.
Be a very different situation. Very different situation.
Why don't more assassins use bouncy bullets?
How so?
Like, let me put it this way: it goes through someone's head and then it bounces back around.
like the thread inspector thing that you throw as a hunter and it comes back to you and you can throw it again.
Well, I was just thinking more like a thing that bounces, but yes.
Yeah, like bouncy
Like a
bullets.
bouncy
Yeah.
ball, but it's a bullet
Yeah.
that pierces your head.
like rubber bullets, but they're a little bit harder, I guess.
They're real bullets
Yeah.
covered in bounce.
They're covered in bounce, like the dryer sheets. The bounce dryer sheets. They smell really good.
They're delectable.
Yeah.
But like,
But
delectable is not the right word. I'm pretty sure.
Cody Co's
I know what you meant, but yeah.
Cody Co. This whole situation really like.
Yeah. So this thing really blew up, huh?
So can I say this?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is necessarily fair,
What's up?
but it is kind of how I feel. Where there's a lot of people who write into the show, or like they'll be in the chat on Twitch whenever I'm live or whatever, and they'll ask like, when's the next guest? When's the next guest? Like who else is gonna be on the show? And I agree. Like I want guests to be on the show, but shit like this really fucking makes it so sad, you know? Because I'm always gonna, if we have somebody that we don't know very well, like we had I'm Alex, you know what I mean? And now I think like, great. It's a little funny, right? But there is part of me that like thinks like the reason I don't collab with people is for that reason, where it's just like I don't want to fucking deal with like having to answer for that. Like imagine being Noah Miller right now. Like it's just
That was your man.
But you know
that was your man.
You know what's interesting about that though?
You weren't guilty.
it's not that big of a deal, I guess, because it's not
No,
you.
I
You didn't
hear
do
you.
anything, but it's still annoying.
I hear you, but I think we're past that point now. Because if you noticed, all of the shit that really has happened or anything that's getting exposed there's that like moment around 2016, 2017. Like people are getting exposed now, but they were doing fucked up shit way back at that time.
Oh, right.
And I feel like pretty much anything, especially the people that we're interested in, I feel like everything's kind of, the dust is settled is what I feel like.
Yeah, I guess so.
I feel like the people that the people that we've had on so far, like say we had on Leon Lush.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything weird with him, and then tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Leon Lush's son is in fact an alien. And I'm like, what the fuck?
alien.
Dude? His son's that's crazy.
Your movie sucks. I mean, he's open about the weird shit that he's into.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. Fucking who the fuck else was on the show?
Yeah, the
Meat
Lyle,
Canyon.
Meat Canyon, Lyle. Yeah, like these are people that I
It would just
generally
be the same people again. I feel like that's
kind
like
of thing.
we're so
It's like,
nervous.
I
We just keep having our same group of friends on. We would have fucking little Meat Canyon here 8 times. And he'd be like, honestly, I haven't really made anything new. I've been kind of.
Yeah, I would get like Lyle. I'd get like Mick. I would like people that I like and trust and know like very well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like we'll have some people that we like that we don't know super well, or like people that like we know kind of tangentially. I know I do want like Jay Aubrey to be on the show at some point.
I want
we
Jay
had
on the
that
show
lined
for
up
sure.
actually, and then like the scheduling got fucked up, and then we just kind of like
I would love to have
kept
Johnny
going.
because Jay's such a fucking analyst on anything he pays attention to.
Jay Leno?
Or Aubrey.
Jay Leno.
Oh, I'm sorry, you said Jay.
I swear to God, I actually heard Jay Leno too.
Right?
I
We
swear to
both heard
God,
Jay Leno. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like Jay Leno.
I think you actually. Now that I think about it,
I gotta go back and
Stop.
listen.
You're winning. You guys are stop. You guys
I
are
go back and listen to it for sure.
Stop. It goes back and it says Jay Leno.
I love Jay Leno.
Yeah.
He's great.
And it's like,
it's
love
edited
Jay
Jay
Leno.
Leno.
like stop. You guys are winning.
Exactly the hour mark.
I want to
again.
see all his cars. I heard that. I heard
Anyway,
him say all that.
yeah. Don't sleep with underage people. Just generally, like a general rule of thumb, dude. As an adult, especially like you're 23 and above, just stick to people who can drink legally in the United States. I think there's plenty of action that you can find that is entirely ethical.
Be a lot
above
easier.
that age.
It'd be a lot easier.
There's almost too much legal pussy out there. You know.
There's an astonishing amount.
It'd be a lot easier, man. It'd be a lot easier, and there's way more fun you can have by going to those 21 and up places. So that really helps.
Yeah. I've definitely like not gone to parties because it's just like, oh, we're going to an 18 and up bar. It's like, why the fuck would I want to be at an 18 and up bar? I'm 30.
I went to
Oh yeah, that is strange.
It's
That's
insane.
When I
is
turned
strange.
24, one of my friends who was 22 was at UCSB. And I went to a party there, and I was like, "These are children. I could see it on them." And I was like, "Yeah, I can't do this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see it on some of them, and then some of them look deceptively old.
Yeah,
and
you
so it's
can't-
just like, look,
it's a
man, I
mixed
can't
bag.
be in here,
It's a
man.
mixed bag.
It's
It's
fucking
dangerous.
weird.
Yeah, you feel like I'm in
dangerous.
danger.
Yeah.
Danger.
That's the thing. Most
Especially
people.
because makeup makes people look older sometimes.
100%. No,
It's-
that is kind of the
Yeah. So it's like
100%.
you imagine, dude. Imagine you like go home with somebody, you're drunk, and then like they take their fucking makeup off and they look like a fucking Gerber baby. It's like the fuck.
I'm
Get
like,
me out of
what?
here.
All right, I'm sorry.
I gotta kill you now. I would rather kill you.
At
quite
that
frankly.
point, I don't think I can. I'd be like, all right, that's. I can't excuse. I can't excuse.
I think I would peel myself like a banana
They-
and then just rip the insides of myself out.
They
until I'm
come in.
dead.
They come back in a room and they're holding a blankie, and they're actually in fact 3
you
feet
didn't
tall.
know? Because the cops. That's what the cops would do if you
Your
like got in
beer
trouble.
goggles made them taller.
The cops are like, there's no fucking way you didn't know that you can't just put makeup on a baby.
Well, yeah, no, I'm exaggerating.
I know you are, but I'm just saying, if you try to defend yourself, they'd be like, bro, no way.
Imagine I'm sitting here right now and I wipe the makeup off and I look 3.
It would freak me out.
Well, how much
especially,
makeup
I don't
did
want to
you
be.
have on
Whose
you?
baby is this? Is this actually Chris?
Whose baby is this that's been impersonating Chris?
like-
Was there ever a Chris?
Yeah, because then I'm like, I'm scared, and I'm like, what is? I don't want to
I
be
knew
alone with
you.
someone.
I knew you longer than
Way
3
longer.
years, so I'm really confused at that moment.
That would mean there would be a point at which
the baby
the
substituted
baby
you.
substituted me. But you'd never know what it is. You have to like ask me questions that only I would know
But
sequentially up through the years until like, you know what I mean?
Chris is still in New York.
That'd be
oh yeah,
fucking
guys,
crazy.
I never moved. You guys just stop talking to me. You guys just like stop talking to me for some reason.
I give you a call and it's like, hey man, I haven't talked to you in a couple of years, but like I hope you're doing well. And you're like, what?
What? I just saw you yesterday.
Wait, this is weird. Chris is in the same room as me right now. Wait a minute.
I don't know
Chris,
what
why'd you just call me?
I would really, God, my dream is to like give somebody like a slightly too high dose of shrooms and pull something like that off on them.
That'd be great.
Like I really love psychologically torturing people. I think, you know.
Do you hear this guy?
Yeah,
Do you
I've
fucking
always
hear-
wanted to like someone who's deeply religious wanted to like do some devil shit, you know?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do something like that because they'll believe it. They'll believe you're
Why
like
do you
possessed
wanna
or whatever.
Torture somebody? Why do you guys want to torture
Well, because
people?
that's just funny. Because like it's the idea. Remember, I was just
It's
thinking,
funny.
I was thinking it's funny.
It's funny. Come on.
I want to shoot an air cannon down someone's pants and then make them shit out their organs and they die.
See that? How is that?
It's funny. It's funny.
It's
Come on.
hilarious. Come on.
Look at
I
him.
want somebody
His
to
underwear's red now. It's funny. Come on.
I
Look
want
at
somebody to open the door and then get hit with an air cannon and then they hit the wall and they're flat.
that. Like a fucking cartoon, like Wile E. Coyote.
And
Oh
they
my-
get two
dude,
dimension,
seeing that-
and there's so much viscera and blood on the wall, and I'm like, wasn't this fun? Hey, Brad, did you like that?
Hey, Brad.
It's funny. When people are afraid of clowns, you wake them up in the middle of the night with your friends dressed as clowns with like circus music in the background. What do you mean? It's funny. It's funny. Come on.
What you do is you fucking slap someone in the face really hard while they're sleeping. And right above their, you know, because they're gonna stand up,
knife.
you put a knife right above their head.
What you do is you have somebody sleeping, right? And you wake them up, right? And when they wake up, you have a shotgun, double barrel shotgun in their mouth, right? And you just hold it there. You're like, no, you don't pull the trigger. You're like, yes,
I got you.
riddle me this. You can tell me.
You're stupid. You do so much shit like that. Your roommate's just like, stop it, bro. Stop,
Bro, stop.
Just stop.
He bites down on the barrel and eats through it. Leave me alone, bro. I'm trying to sleep.
I'm gonna get you next time, bro.
The idea of just like somebody walking into a room and just announcing, like, I really like to psychologically torture people, and that's just me, you know. It's just me living my authentic life, you know.
In that tone,
yeah, exactly like that, like muted, but like kind of like very serious.
Yeah,
I would never hang out with somebody like
What's
that
the
ever.
problem? What do you mean?
What I
What's
do is I
wrong?
like
What do you
mimicking
mean?
people's voices, and then what I do is I mimic parents' voices, and then I call their parents, and I'm like, make it like I'm gonna be in a car crash and I'm about to die, and I really fuck up their night, and they feel better when their mom comes back inside the house afterwards from work.
Yeah, somebody
pretty
pissed me
cool.
off on Twitter the other day, so I like found videos of their of their voice, and like I trained an AI on it, and then I used it to call their parents and tell them that I'm sorry, I'm gonna kill myself, and then, you know, this is what I like to do. You know, what do you mean? What's the problem? I don't know.
Some like video games, some people like video games. I like making people fucking happy.
I really like playing games like
You know,
Kingdom Hearts specifically. I feel like.
I like how you guys are speaking, Jack.
I like.
You guys, you guys sound kind of.
I play Rome Total War, and I also ruin people's lives.
This is the tone that I
me.
like. This is the tone.
I play
that
Meat
like
and
this
Fuck
tone.
Kingdom, and
That's right. My next.
let's move on to questions.
This is a totally real mobile game.
That is a real game.
Yo, how come we haven't gotten any mobile game ads? Isn't that like the only thing that like they'll sponsor anything?
That
You
is
know?
kind of weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, anything but us. But
Anything but us.
so much diversity. I think that's why the
That is
companies
that
get
is
scared.
very yeah. It is the diversity. Yeah.
Those are Chinese companies, bro. They're like, oh.
Yeah, they watched one video and fucking screamed. Yeah.
That is fucking insane.
Oh, too much I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
Go. I was about to.
You already did. You already put your foot in that. You gotta chill. Dude. You gotta. It's like me with that episode yesterday. With the
I went to the colonoscopy center this morning, and it's in Koreatown.
Oh wow.
Oh man,
you came from Koreatown?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was dude.
You're on about early then.
I didn't know it was yeah. I got up. I'm a fucking idiot. I went to sleep at like 5 something.
Oh dude, yeah.
And then I woke up.
Something similar.
I got like 2.5 hours of sleep. Went to the thing. Slept for like maybe when I got home. I slept for 20 minutes and came. But anyway,
then I came. Then I got here.
I came back.
Then I got in a car and shot over here.
That's actually true. That's actually 1,000% true. I'm not even fronting.
Like,
anyway,
at home, I fucking beat my dick hard and insanely.
Anyway, yeah, I didn't know I was going to be in Koreatown. I didn't know, and I was walking to the colonoscopy. All of a sudden, I was like, oh, there's just nothing but Korean calligraphy everywhere.
Yeah,
and then I felt so out of place. Like I've never felt more out of place. It's all like a physician center with a bunch of stuff. And went to the GI place, and it's just I'm like everyone's looking at me. Like
that's me when I go play
like,
Digimon. I play Digimon. I play Arcadia.
Oh yeah.
Whenever I walk around, I see them like they literally move aside when I walk around.
They move aside. They grab their cars, and their cars are like, oh fuck.
You're gonna run out.
Some piece of shit did that when I parked at the down. No, I was at the LAX. I went to go pick up JoJo, and I dropped my my ticket for the parking. I was like, oh shit. And then it went by this guy's car and I heard click. And I was like, I looked at him and I was like, bro, come on, man.
I love it, man. I love people are afraid of me, man.
He's just being careful, you know?
He is being careful. And that is actually true.
Would you be like, hey, oh.
Yo, honestly, I do that to everybody who approches my car if like my car is empty.
Well, if someone's approaching my
no,
car.
Like, even if they're just walking past and I'm just like I just see legs coming, I'm like,
I hate that.
I don't trust nobody.
I almost felt like jingling his fucking door just for doing that.
There's so many videos of people just being crazy for no reason. I'm just like,
you're right.
I don't trust my fellow man at all.
I always lock my doors actually as soon as I get in the car, specifically from watching one of those live pursuits. Because one of the guys that crashed his car got out and immediately was trying to open other people's cars.
Yeah.
And that was like, oh, fuck. No. I never want to get in that situation.
What's crazy is that living in Fishkill made me not, like, I got used to not locking my doors.
You got.
And it's really bad. That never happened there.
I know.
Unless that family that, got burnt alive by the dad. Well, other than that, nothing ever happened.
What are you talking
remember? The year I moved there, and like, oh, wait, some dad burnt his family alive.
Where?
What the fuck?
And like, in DP.
There's got to be a
DP.
fucking...
What is DP?
Double penetration?
Oh, Dutchess Park?
Me?
Burnt his family alive.
I never heard about that.
Not far from where one of our friends lived.
I never heard about that.
You serious?
Yeah.
I heard about that shit. I was like, oh, this place is crazy.
I know somebody killed somebody on my block.
So underwhelming. Oh, this place is crazy.
Yeah.
I came from the Bronx. From before that, I was in the Bronx. So
yeah.
You never killed families, but people, you would kill people. Straight people would die.
I was in a small city in Connecticut one time. I went on tour, and they didn't have locks on their front doors. And
what are you talking about?
Exactly that. They didn't have in where we got to stay with these guys. They had this cool. They're this band. They're hey, you guys can crash with us. You don't have to sleep in your van. And I was like, how do I lock the door? Like, oh, there's no lock. And I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? I was like, what do you mean there's no lock? They're like, yeah, there's no, and they just didn't even dawn on them. Like, why would you need a lock? They had a well and stuff. It was just such a small.
That is not okay.
Was it secluded?
It didn't seem like it. Now I don't remember how I got there specifically because it was too long ago.
I would lock my door if I had a house 50 miles away from people.
Right.
Like, I don't... what the fuck?
Do it. Just do it. Why not?
The thing is that when you live 50 miles away from somebody and your door is unlocked, opened by that person, that means you're really in serious danger.
Yeah, because they really went out of their way to get you.
That's what I'm saying. It's like this...
Like you have to kill somebody. You gotta be like, well, I gotta kill somebody right now because this person's in my home and there's no... This is a bear, which I see that should happen. Bears open fucking doors and they're just in the house fucking making a stir fry. And I'm like, oh, sorry, my bad. I'll be done in like 15.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, take your time. What else are you gonna do? You gotta tell them to leave? I ain't gonna tell them to leave.
I don't know what you do. That's what scares me so much. It's like whenever people like have bears approaching their home, that door is not gonna keep that bear out. Like if it wants to get in,
it'll get in if it wants to. Yeah. So that's where you gotta like hope that the bear's a little timid, which a lot of times they are.
Particularly black bears.
And so you just gotta like, you kind of just gotta be like, fuck you, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, I guess, fine, shit.
Are you tripping, bro?
All right.
Like, this is that video. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Let's
No, I was just gonna move on to questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Patreon.com/SnarkTank. Remember, you can go there and ask us questions, and we read them on the show if they're really good. And if they're not really good, we kill you.
Yeah. Bitch,
That's
nigga.
kind of the penalty for it. If you give us a bad question, we personally come to your dwelling space. We personally arrive.
These two kill
First, you zealous
I'm
money
not
for the
gonna kill you.
ticket.
That's crazy.
You zealous money for the ticket to get to your house.
Yeah,
And then we kill you.
we kill you.
Yeah, so,
We've lost a lot of people that way, but
you know, we
luckily
got,
the families don't check their credit
Our
card
numbers
statements.
are our numbers are dwindling. But hey,
listen, once you sign up to our Patreon, that's in the fine print.
It actually would benefit us greatly to just kill our most.
It kind of would, actually, wouldn't it?
Anyway, we love you. I mean, as reasonably as we can, as people who don't know
we
you very well.
appreciate you. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We love you.
The word love is not the right word. It's appreciate.
I really do appreciate all y'all guys because I'm like, this is our be real for 5 seconds. This is my fucking job, and I'm like, holy shit, I've wanted to have a podcast as a job since like 2012.
You're
It's
gay.
awesome.
You're gay.
It's awesome, dude. Really
born
dope.
under a pride flag with a gay dick in your eye wrote in.
What is that?
You are asking the wrong person. This is as new to me as it is to you.
Yeah. I just, it must be like a play on something, but like these people just don't give us any
These
fucking
people, he
clues.
says.
These fine
you
people. I love saying that. I love how offensive it is, even when it's like not offensive. It still sounds offensive. What do you mean?
You guys can't do it.
What do you mean? Yeah, you
guys
did it.
can't
You
do
did
it, dude.
I
I've resisted so many times this episode.
I forgot. I was out of, and to be fair, I'm a little delirious, so I just kind of normal thoughts are fleeting me. But now I want to now it's back. Now I feel like
Damn, what was it? An hour 15.
an hour 15.
What do you mean these people Dutch?
All right.
You want to keep reading for me?
For me. His M is a B. It's so fucking funny.
You want to keep reading the names for me? Hang on with a bunch of you queers.
Ew. That was really
I
something.
reverbed it.
All right, let's move on. Well, this must be terrible to listen to. Born under a pride flag with a gay dick in your eye. He says, "Hola pendejos. Just wanted to say you guys are my favorite podcast, and every upload from you guys makes my week a little bit easier to bear. Hell yeah, dude."
Hey,
Thanks,
thank
nigga.
you. We appreciate it.
Now with that
nigga.
sappy shit out of the way,
Yeah.
with all three of you oiled up and naked, who's winning the twerk off?
Oh, I got it. Easy.
Yeah, probably.
Easy.
Can you twerk?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I've been on some freak shit for a few years, bro. But don't worry about me. I've been on some serious freak shit.
I don't know, man. I feel like
I be getting pegged, bro. His life is crazy.
whoa.
Oh well, I mean,
It's crazy, bro.
Oh, so you're doing the power bottom thing, right? You're doing that power bottom thing, so you actually know how to work it.
Yeah, bro. Hey,
Okay.
man.
I
Happy
feel like
wife, happy life, you know?
look, so he probably would win, but I feel like if I had practice, so if I had like a week practice, I think I would kill it.
A week of practice.
Yeah.
A week the idea of JoJo walking in and Derek is
And then
butt-ass
I fucking-
naked, twerk in the living room, and JoJo is just like, he's like, oh, this is what black people are like. This is what they're
That's-
like. I guess this is okay. I guess
Yeah.
this is what I came here for.
I can't get upset about his culture.
I can't. You'll think that's racist. I just got to be like, good job, honey.
Good job.
Good on you, sweetheart.
Yeah. I think I can. I think if I think I could. She'd probably think like, oh, so there's something to those covers you're doing. That's probably what she would actually think. She'd probably be like, oh, so there actually is something going on here.
I really don't know if Lily would be okay if I was like a queer person. I don't know. Like, I know she's not bigoted.
she shouldn't be. Yeah.
She's not bigoted, but I don't know if if she'd be able to be fine with knowing that, you know? Like, I don't think her heart would be okay with it. She'd be like,
You mean she's just not comfortable with dating a queer person? Is that what you're saying?
to marry a queer.
Queer.
She
says that.
I don't
She's
want
straight
to
up-
live the
she's
rest of
straight
my
up,
life
like,
with
just
a
with the same
She
voice.
turns into she just gets his like aesthetic. Like, it's still Lily, but she gets like
Lily
his
and the-
clothes
Done.
and his like mustache like that. I didn't think I'd be living with a fucking queer.
And then she stays that way. Would you stay with her?
Dutch Lily?
Yeah.
This is my wife.
Vander Lily.
This is my wife, Dutch Vanderland.
This is my wife, Dutch Vanderland.
Give me a little faith, Kingston. And I'm like, what the fuck, Lil? When did you become this? I don't know. Maybe you were a queen. Like the wet. You remember the wet man? You remember the wet man? You remember?
Oh my god.
I think I remember you guys talking about the wet man.
It was this voice I would do.
It's not too dissimilar to that, actually.
It's sort of similar to that, but it's the wet man where he sounds like water's dripping from a ceiling. I can't make that voice anymore at all.
Do you remember? Do it the best that you can remember, because it's kind of a weird voice that I don't even remember like the intricacies of it, to be honest. I just remember that it was very much like that. Where it was like. It just sounded very wet.
Like water.
Like, disgusting. Let's not do that. Let's not do.
What are you doing?
That's exactly it.
I live under your bed.
Why is it fucking making me nauseous? Why is that making me nauseous? Like,
dancing puddles of pee.
Ew, fucking, all right.
Dancing puddles of pee.
Dancing. I'm lavish and murder.
Anyway.
Yeah, someone who dances in piss does like lavish and murder. Like they love murder.
Dancing, he's like a puddle of pee and he's skipping in it. He's got his feet out too. He's getting all the piss in between his toes.
Singing in the piss.
Oh my god. Zin Neon wrote in. He says, "Hey, eyes, ears, and mouth. Do you guys ever find yourself wanting to go back to quote unquote the good old days? If so, what/when is that? P.S. A wolf would draw and quarter ears before he could get his gloves on." I don't know who's who. I don't remember what ears in my mouth.
Am I ears? Oh, I'm ears probably because of my earlobes.
Oh, what am I then? Am I eyes because I'm blind?
I guess. And your mouth because what you breathe like a dragon? Is that it?
What the fuck?
Is that it?
I guess I'm mouth because I don't know. I'm loud.
I think it's just like fucking in a silent room. So without the noise gate, and sometimes I mess up the noise gate because it depends. It's a fixed one and I need to adjust it. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you have dragon breath, bro. You're like. It sounds like an angry, like, you know, when they're in the cave and like you're like, and then all of a sudden you hear it before you see the dragon appear, like you hear it breathing. You're like,
that's exactly fuck. Like there was a clip that I showed on Twitter, I think before or after the Dr. Disrespect stuff came out.
Yeah,
where I was talking about how like, I mean we're making an assumption here, but this is a pretty fair assumption. I'm usually right about these things, like whatever. And in the background, you can hear Kingston like. And people were like, "Yo, who's breathing in the background?" And I thought that shit was the funniest. I was laughing so hard.
It's tricky. It's tricky to because like say so I do two things. So first I do a noise reduction of just the audio noise, right? Just get that out first, and then I noise gate. But the problem is it's a little tricky because sometimes you got to find the sweet spot. Because if you cut out too much, there are some words that are very low and they will get cut out. So sometimes, like actually, I remember I had to redo when we did the Halo theme.
Yeah.
Because it started off really low. So the noise gate cut out the first part. I was like, fuck. So I had to redo it. And then, it's a very delicate thing. And the problem is doing 3-hour shows, you can't fucking sit and listen to every single thing. So I have to make my best judgment and be like, okay, sometimes things might slip in and out, like say that you might hear some breathing. It's there's people that are better at editing, probably have a better solution, but whatever.
Bro is deep breathing into the mic in this clip is crazy. So, I can.
You think you can hear it live?
I can bookmark this and send it to you. Hold on.
But I am so often casually correct about things that people are viscerally opposed to me on. Yeah. And then eventually it'll come around. I'll be like, yeah. I will gloat. I'll be like, yeah, it's not like correct almost everything.
Why am I breathing that hard? What's going on? Did I get excited?
You're a dragon, brother.
Am I edging?
Are you edging?
That's so crazy.
You are a fucking dragon. So it's what, you know, those times in between the periods of when sometimes it's so you don't catch yourself because you're just paying attention to the conversation, but then all of a sudden you're breathing through your mouth and you sound like a dragon. You there is so much oxygen being sucked in.
Call me Alduin, bro.
It's kind of a hard thing to get used to, but like because you want to be up to the mic at any moment just to know that like if you're going to talk, you can be heard.
Yeah.
But like,
Try to come.
You gotta like. I still kind of don't do this really. Like I should do it more. But like when I'm not talking, I should move away.
Yeah.
But like,
I usually the best thing I
too
try
bad.
to do when I catch myself is I just move my head.
Yeah.
So like, cause I don't breathe through my mouth unless I'm completely stuffed up. But then like, I'll try to like move this way.
That's the guy from fucking Dead Space. The first one you find. That's just like in the corner, just like trying to make it. And I'm like, oh man.
Man, stop.
I'm a plasma cutter your ass, bro. I'm sorry.
Get out of here. You're done, bro.
you're cooked.
So I'm working on playing all my games in order on Steam. I'm in the C's right now. So I abandoned Code Vein. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
It's too anime, dude.
Yeah.
It's Dark Souls anime. And like, look, it was fun for like 2 seconds, but then. And then like there was like here's a hot spring in Tao. I'm like, what the fuck is this? There's this chick that had huge tits that you first meet. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
That's crazy. How much is this?
Probably not fucking
Cold Vein, right?
Code Vein, yeah. And it's gotta be it can't be more than whatever I bought it for. It was less than $10.
There's a sequel.
So you might want you might want to just go on YouTube just to see it and then just be done with the fucking game. But her boobies are huge and they have like the slits through the shirt thing, and I'm like, this is so fucking absurd.
Her boobies are huge.
Her boobies are really big.
I was like, I don't like that. What are you, queer? What are you, boobies? You don't like boobies?
like
you
breasts?
queer? You couple of queers?
You don't like mammaries?
You know, mammaries? Started to sound like Goofy a little bit.
Mammaries?
I'm a big fan of mammary glands.
Yup.
Wait, what does he say? So,
I pity fucked your mom, Max. Yup.
That's why you're half cow. Your mom's a cow, Max.
Your mother is a fat, stupid cow, Max.
Mary Bell. Mary
you,
Bell's
son.
your mom. You're a fucking mutant.
What's his neighbor's name? Peter?
Yeah, Pete.
It's just Pete.
Oh, yeah, Pete? Yeah.
Pete the pedophile.
Big
Yeah.
fat Pete.
Pete the pedophile. His name is that's his name. His name is actually Pete the pedophile.
His name is Pete the pedophicer, bro.
Me and Pete are having gay sex.
How's it going, Pete? I'm off to pedophile again.
Whoa, stay away from Maxie.
And Junior's like, my
You
dad.
stay away from my son. They're so pleasant about it. They have like just a normal fucking neighborly relationship.
Not a chance, old goof.
You can't protect him from me forever.
He's just outside.
That is the
He's
plot of
just
a
outside-
Goofy
he's
movie.
outside of Max's window, levitating, looking at him inside.
He's outside of Max's window.
In a
Cranking.
He's in a tree. The tree branch breaks. He falls down. He gets up. He runs away. There's cum all over the side of the tree as he falls.
Dude, that is the plot. That is the plot of a Goofy movie. That's why he wants to take him on vacation to
Yeah, he's
get
like,
away
we gotta
from
get away.
Pete.
He's
and
like-
they keep running into Pete.
He's he's chasing him. Oh my god. He's really like Goofy cannot accurately display his emotions. So he's really stressed out and really like on edge about the fact that his neighbor is a deeply entrenched pedophile. And he's just trying to get his son away, but he can't sound serious. It's just
Right.
not in his but he is.
Just
You stay away from my son. Yeah.
If you touch Maxie, I'll fucking skin you.
yeah, whatever, Goofy little bitch boy.
You think a simple knife's gonna kill me, goof?
Ask Max.
I was on Epstein's plane.
I'm the first name in the black book, Goof.
I wrote the book.
I wrote the book.
The book was in fact a gift from me.
I cried so hard when Epstein killed himself.
Neighbor Pete crying. holding a candlelight vigil in front of a fucking television set.
For Epstein. Oh my god!
Epstein.
Imagine
And his
seeing
son-
that.
and his-
Imagine seeing a candlelight vigil for Epstein.
Like
That would
you
be so
guys- like you
crazy.
go down
In a
block, like
Goofy
one-
movie.
You have a heart attack.
That's just not good. Oh God, what are we going to do, Max?
You're
Donald
like,
Duck shows up
please.
and he goes, someone should arrest him. Didn't even
bullshit.
try.
No bullshit. No nothing. Just
Why has nobody called the police?
the idea of Donald speaking plain English is insane.
That's how serious the situation
things get
is.
so bad that he's like, guys, I think someone needs to do something about this.
Oh, you're just overreacting. I just need to go fishing with my boy. And then fucking
I'll find you.
in the background, Max is fucking clawing, like trying to get away from Pete. And he's like trying to grab his ankles and shit.
He's kicking Pete in the face. He's doing everything he can.
Pete, settle down. Leave my boy alone now. He's just
Put
so
down those zip
You stay away
ties.
from him. You stay away from him. He like snaps. You stay away from my fucking son. I'll kill you. I'll fucking eat you, Pete.
No, that's at the very end of the movie. That's like the
Yeah.
last 5 minutes.
He just snaps.
Yeah, because like the
That's the post credits.
the post credits after
The post credits is Pete shows up again and he goes, seriously, stay away. And then it ends.
Okay,
And then it says
jeez.
Pete will return.
Pete will return.
Oh my god.
Extremely-
How the fuck did we get here?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Oh, the good old days.
That is the good old
That's
days.
the good
though.
old days, dude.
I fucking I'm actually wearing a Powerline shirt right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That is crazy. I don't know if that'll come out
Oh
on
yeah.
camera, but that's wild.
Banana.
The way they did the poor guy that voiced Powerline was so fucking horrible, man.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah,
They did him so filthy.
Yeah, that's
I saw him doing a like probably performing to like 10 people in like a convention.
That's
It was
so
the
sad.
saddest fucking thing I've ever seen.
He was so talented.
they took
too.
his knees too.
I mean, they didn't. They didn't. This, all serious, they really did a homosexual man really poorly.
Yeah, they took his
They
knees.
did a
Yeah.
young black
They
gay man
kneecapped
really,
him with
really
the chariot.
poorly.
You know the chariot? How they put the kneecaps on the chariots? They fucking
Wait, he was
What the fuck are you? What the fuck?
yeah. The director of a Goofy movie. He was in a chariot like in Gladiator. You know how they put the kneecaps on him, kneecappers. And he fucking was like, "Oh, like, hey, good job, by the way." And then, blow, and they took his knees off.
What happened to him was
think I
very
quit.
fucked up. What happened to him was very wrong.
I think
Yeah.
I quit. I think I quit. I think I'm gonna go.
Dang, that's crazy. We have
Why
we
you don't
got a
like
raise.
news? You don't, you don't like the news? What? I can't. What's wrong
What's wrong? You have a problem with what happened?
with what happened? The factual
You have a problem with
news?
existence? You have- we should Alex Jones it one day and just start a line about shit.
Oh, we should. Yeah, we should do like
Absolutely.
a news report episode all about like
week's-
fake news.
I love that.
This week, Halle Berry assassinates. I don't know, the leader of the Who. I don't know the leader of the Who.
The who?
The band?
Yeah,
The band are like the Grinch people.
Dice roll. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll figure it
whatever.
out.
roll a d20. Odds are even, bro. Give me odds.
She kills all of them.
How many Grinches per capita do you think in the United States?
Exist or like
I don't. That's not how.
or
that,
like what? Like how many good per capita? What? Like
I'm simply asking.
It's a dangerous. That's a.
because a Grinch is
It's a
a what?
pipeline question.
What do you mean?
The Grinch is a what? You know that there are Who's?
No. See, a Grinch is a Grinch.
No.
So-
No. A Grinch is a what?
I don't know.
A Grinch is a what, and the Who's are Who's?
Yeah, actually,
Is there a when?
that's now.
Is that what a Wendigo is?
now? No, now is
Oh.
now is the when.
Who's before?
I think we're getting to the
That
bottom of this.
it's still a when.
What about who's how?
I guess a prehistoric who's a when. Maybe
Prehistoric who?
it's a when.
Have they explored that yet? Have they
Maybe
done?
it's a whom.
Ooh, fuck a whom?
And then a whom's is a when that's a little more proper.
And then a woman who is a whore.
You're really making sense there. Actually,
You're really making sense there.
I think
You don't know what, brother.
I really agree with that. Sandy Hook was fake.
yeah. You're You know what I haven't checked out yet? Him talking about
I watched it. It's
I bet
crazy.
he believes it. You know, like I bet he doesn't think it's fucking staged.
I'm sure this is exactly what happened. Yeah, they missed him, but now a bunch of redneck.
Oh no, I heard him talking about it. He said they were gonna like try and car bomb him or send sharks after him or some shit. Like some crazy. They were gonna try everything they could to get him. Now they were gonna like blow up his elevator or something. Like crazy stuff.
They're gonna bazooka sharks. They got the sharks filled with. They got the bazookas filled with sharks.
RFK brainworms in his fucking.
They're gonna send Agent 47 after him. He's gonna be doomed. You're not gonna be able to stop him.
They're gonna send the Power Rangers after him. They're real.
That's the
Can you
biggest.
imagine that the deep state sends the Power Rangers to finish the job with Trump? There was at a rally.
Yeah.
You see this unfold.
You think that this is just you think this was Japanese media? They're desensitizing us. I've seen them. Jason's actually a pretty nice guy.
They killed Wishbone, the dog.
The idea of
Rita
Trump,
made him grow and they killed him.
Rita made him grow.
Rita Repulsa.
Oh,
She was a really attractive young woman, dude.
Oh man, I want a sperm on her.
Outside of all the whole get.
Yeah, I want a sperm
Did
on her.
you just say sperm?
Yes.
that's a verb. It's
Yeah. You want
Dude,
a
outside of her get up, she was a
I
fucking
can't
bad
stop
bitch, bro.
crazy all over the place.
You look at you.
Sperming all over the place.
He's spermed. When they're laying down while Arthur's dying, it's completely covered in cum.
he just
No.
You can see Dutch's pants are like the wet kind of translucent, and then there's cum falling out of his leg. Cum falling out the leg. There's so much sperm on him. His shoes look like they got dipped in glue.
I love
it's insane.
ruining that scene is so funny.
They already did.
There's
They
so
already
many
ruined it.
people that love that scene. That's so
I love that
heartfelt.
scene.
And then just putting.
Do you think like you can see that scene again and take it?
No, I cannot.
I can. It's a
No,
beautiful scene.
I
I
have
can
to
still.
do the bad ending now. That's all you can do.
I still can't. Like I can very
No.
much say I was like that with Breaking Bad too. Like I can still watch Breaking Bad and like completely like for whatever reason
Yeah,
I notice it, but it doesn't bother me. But like that scene might be.
just that scene. That scene's too much for me.
Oh no!
There's no way I'm not thinking about no. There's no way.
Fucking queer for me. Yo, stop. We keep doing it.
Yeah,
Fucking Dutch, bro.
What was anyway? So
What a
yeah, the
fucking
good old
asshole.
days are fun. I guess
Glad he fucking
we never got to this
cannonballs
question.
off the fucking cliff in the other
The
game.
first one, yeah.
We never answered
John
this
doesn't
question.
kill him, right?
Oh, we didn't even get to the question.
Yeah,
No,
well,
he can't. He doesn't give him the chance.
He didn't give a chance.
Yeah.
He dies.
The question is,
I hated that.
Would you ever find yourself wanting to go to the good old days? And it's like I guess sometimes.
I reminisce sometimes, but I feel like I've grown so much in the years of the years I've grown.
Big deal.
So like I don't know. I appreciate the old times what they were. You know, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I miss my grandma. That's about it. I wish I could spend more time with my grandmother.
I
But,
feel
like,
that way
yeah,
sometimes.
that's
Just
it.
it's more out of a curiosity standpoint for me because I
Yeah.
understand that my memory is faulty. And so because of that, I would be like, yeah, I remember that being cool, but like, I wonder what it would, like, I wish I could go back and view it through like a modern lens and just see like, oh, I wonder what that was actually like. Because I remember the Carvel down the street from my apartment was a pretty fun place to go. And I went there in 2016 and it was like completely fucked. It looked like a Fallout place. Like it looked like a Fallout like storefront that you would
Was
find
it
like,
still a Carvel though? Technically,
it was still a Carvel. And it was still operational. It's just like the wallpaper was peeling off. There was like stains all over the place. Looked grimy as fuck. There was like
who the fuck goes to Carvel anymore? Really?
well, it's not anymore, is it? I'm talking
Yeah.
about the past.
Yeah, when it was.
The fact there's an open Carvel there is crazy to me because who goes there anymore?
Well, I don't know. This is outdated in and of itself.
That's
This is
true.
2024. The last time I went there was 2016, 2015. I have no idea if it's still there. But that Fudge the Will was fucking really good. But
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was like, when I went there, I was like, was it always this fucked, or is this like a recent? Like that's kind of the thing. It's like I'm really curious about that. And so like, yeah, I miss some of the old. I miss that stuff, and I would love to be able to like choose to revisit it, but I wouldn't necessarily want to go back and then be forced to like live through the rest of it.
I would do that.
Well, I mean, if you could keep your knowledge, I guess, yeah.
Right,
I wouldn't even tamper with things. I would just live through it
course.
again. I'd be like, all right, this is pretty crazy.
But you couldn't really help yourself tampering with stuff.
Yeah, you would kind of
I would just know more. That's it. And I think that knowing more, but I wouldn't outwardly like.
You would adjust some stuff, of course.
I would live through things, but I wouldn't touch outside of my life.
I would go back in time.
Like I wouldn't touch lottery numbers. I wouldn't like Bitcoin.
Yeah, I don't
and
even
shit.
know any of those anyway.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, I'm gonna be here now.
The Bitcoin thing, I would totally do.
I would fuck with little kids. I'd be like, you understand the problems you're gonna acquire.
You know I'm gonna
clip
edit
that.
that. You know I'm gonna edit that.
Clip that.
I'm gonna edit the width. I'm gonna edit the width
You're gonna
out.
fight me, kid. You understand? I know how to do an arm bar, child.
He's trying to say
Throw a
that.
punch at me, and I'm gonna pop your arm out the fucking socket. That's it. And I'm gonna do that shit in all the fucking fights I had in the Bronx where kids are trying to beat me up. I'm just gonna arm bar them and not let go. She's just gonna let go. Like if you touch me, I'm gonna take it out.
I would go back in time
That's
and I would
crazy.
make I would go back in time and I would make Kingston white.
That's it.
That's so
Yeah.
much further back than you think.
No, I'm gonna inject it with vitiligo or whatever.
With vitiligo, the viral version of it.
Yeah. However, yeah.
But when you get to the drugstore in the pill.
I'd be so mad if I was white.
if that happened, oh man, that would be one of the most controversial things that would be
The
ever
coloring
made.
of white, the coloring of blackness.
Like if you can, like straight up just get rid of your and then just be white. God damn, that would be so controversial.
Oh my
Because then you
God.
would get to see all the people who the real turncoats. Then you would get to see truly, like say all those like grifters and all them. You would know if they were real or not.
Candace Owens would just become white.
Like, you see,
she would take 2 doses.
most of those motherfuckers would be like, okay, so you actually want to be eaten, and we know, and then you know who's just like, oh no, I'm just like there was that one guy. He was like in the army. He was pretending to be like, oh,
he was a black person, but he was actually a Middle Eastern person, right?
well, no, not that. What I was saying is there was a guy that went on like conservative Fox News or some shit. This black dude. And he was like kind of pretending to agree with them. And then like, I think years later on his YouTube channel, he was like, I was just fucking grifting. He's like, I was just doing it just because I wanted, it was like an experiment
I
for
love
him.
that.
And I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like he had like a whole like presentation of showing like what he was
I
doing.
dream about doing that.
And
really
it's
do.
pretty
I
cool.
really do.
Because it just shows you how easy it is if you want to do
I
it.
would not become a white person. I think I like being black so much.
No,
You say that now because you've lived the
I've
black
been black
experience.
so long, I guess. But
But
like,
what if here's the thing? What if I went back in time and made you white somehow? Like don't even
I'd be a
hang
white
out.
person.
Hold on. And then I
When?
let
When?
that. What do you mean?
when did I become a white person?
That you're born white.
Oh, then I don't know about being a black person ever. So that's
Right.
different.
But you're still Kingston. You're the same. You are for all intents and purposes you. And the white version of you grows up. He's like 20. He's 29. How old are you? Are you 30?
I'd probably be a racist.
And then I
My
make
mentalities?
you meet each other. I put you in a room with each other.
Black me and white me.
Black you and white you.
What does White Kingston look like? I want to know.
Blonde hair, fucking long unkept.
Can
blonde
someone
hair.
please draw that?
Fucking.
Someone white him.
Yeah. Don't use that fucking AI shit because that shit sucks. That shit sucks. It's not good.
I don't know, man.
Somebody draw.
Would I be more visibly Hispanic? I guess I don't know.
Remember what?
Maybe.
I'm probably more visibly Hispanic. Yeah.
How when they did like Uncle Ruckus when he was dreaming and then like he was
the
white
white
in
man.
heaven. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
He
I
was like in
remember.
heaven. He was like white. He's all blonde and she has long like golden locks and shit. So I
That'd be
imagine
crazy.
you looking like that. That's why I want somebody to draw you. Either that or I'll Fiverr it. I was gonna Fiverr real fast. So I'm like, can you draw this guy, make him white as fuck?
I don't know what the fuck I would look if I was like I went back in time and they just made me black.
Yeah. It's
I
just
feel like I would look like that sweaty guy that I just posted on my story. Did you see
Yes, I don't know why you posted that shit this morning, dude.
That
I don't know what you're
video
talking about. Let me see.
cracks me the fuck up. I don't know. It's some guy who's like, he's like sleeping and he's sweating in an apartment. The whole joke is that like when you're at somebody's apartment and they're fucking sweating, or
Well, you don't have- either AC doesn't
the
work.
AC is broken. But the way he speaks is fucking.
Oh, the way he speaks.
He's like, yeah, I know.
It's what's the account?
Nas not funny. Nas not
Nas
funny.
not funny.
I follow him. He's a
Go
pretty
fu-
funny
that,
guy.
I've watched some of his other stuff. It's not as funny. That one killed me. It's like, oh, you don't got no AC.
When are you gonna fix it?
When are you gonna fix it? They go like, it's not that bad. No, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's bad. It's that bad. It's that bad. He just sees like it's so authentic. The weakness of it.
He's
He's authentically weak.
he's genuinely out of liquid.
I ain't say, oh, my friend had a new baby.
I really believe that though. I feel that. Like I've been in that situation so many times.
When have you been like? Oh, me probably.
No, well,
but that hellscape apartment I lived in before I moved with the guys.
no, the apartment that Joe, Jalen, and Whisk had.
Ooh, the first one.
The first one, that shit was unbearable. Because I would turn the AC on at night because I was just like, listen, I'll cover you guys. I'll pay the electric bill straight up because I cannot sleep in this.
You know what's crazy?
100%.
You know what I found out was really crazy? The vast majority of the money that comes from turning on the AC electric for AC is turning it on. If you turn on and you leave it on at a moderate temperature, you don't pay that much for it.
Yeah.
It's the turning it on and off. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
I feel like
So for years I was lied to about that.
So my thing is, I feel like, especially when it came to like my parents and stuff, or like my mom, I just feel like I was lied to in a sense that it's not as expensive as they were making it out to be. Like the way this is how I found out. So my
even
friend,
today when everything is expensive, it's still
my
like the
friend
least
would keep his in the summer. We go to his house like almost every day, and he would keep the AC. It was just a wall unit, but he'd keep it blasting his apartment all day. Very big guy. And I was like, God, that must be a fortune. He was like, fucking like $80, $80 a month. And I was like, it's $80. That's it. Like that was in the summer. I was like, that's not that much. And then so my bill last month was actually about 80 something. It'll probably be a little bit more because I got a portable AC into the room. So there's like there's two things going on. So it's gonna be a little more. But I'm like, as far as being completely comfortable in the summer, that is well worth the extra money that you'd spend.
Literally, for me, the ones I have in my house, you've probably seen the ones I have. They're like they're the modern ones that are literally meant to be energy convert, like energy sound.
Okay.
They're meant for that. And like at best, my energy bill is maybe $100 ever at like best.
Yeah, mine might be like, because my
At
apartment's
best.
old and insulated. Like, I just got new windows. They put in new windows and everything like that, and so now it's a little bit better. But I would say maximum is probably like $120.
Yeah.
And that's like between two people. Like that's why I was like, my mom, the fact that we grew up with no fucking AC, when I'm like, what the fuck? You easily could have afforded it.
I think it's genuinely just misinformation. Misinformation that was given to them probably. They're like, oh, I'm going to have to pay a bunch of money if I do this. Because my grandmother in the Bronx, we didn't have AC, but then we got central air. Central air in general in upstate is like, it's just a better way to have you. It's better to have central air than like an AC unit.
Sure.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Because it just circulates through your house.
I would rather have that, but mine doesn't have that
but there's
option.
like, dude, I remember in like the 90s, early 2000s, my parents had this old AC that was like, had the wood paneling on it.
Those
I
look
had that
cool.
in my room, and that was the best air conditioner I have ever experienced. That shit made it snow.
A window
if you wanted
unit
it.
in a small room is the fucking
Insane.
Well,
It's
specifically
wild.
the older
Amazing.
ones, because the older ones were just like, we're just gonna make it fucking freezing. Like there was no care at all.
It wouldn't stop at 60. It would go to like 32.
You could- was just cold,
You
yeah.
could go like there wasn't even like numbers. It was just
cold.
on. It was just off or cold. And I swear to you, like there were periods of time when I would walk into my room and I think it would be like maybe like 50 degrees, and it was amazing, especially in the summertime, dude. You just
Yeah.
run into a cold room. Oh my god!
Yeah.
After
You
like
get sick. Because that's happened before.
No,
I
dude.
definitely went outside and played a bunch when I was fucking
Damn, I
like
miss
younger.
that.
And then I went inside the house and it's cold and I got sick because I was sweating so much and I was in a freezing room.
That is a way to get sick.
Yeah.
That's very true.
I feel like my electric bill is
Like the idea
pretty
of-
fucking high though.
like the doing the gym,
Yeah.
doing the gym
I mean,
thing. Oh yeah, these.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But it's not as much as you think. I think we were very much so have this idea like, oh, we're using so much energy. It's like I don't think. It's
well, no,
the same
I've seen
anymore.
it shot up since I started doing the
Oh,
lights.
I'm
Okay,
sure.
shut up.
I mean, it's whatever. Like
I'm sure it
it's-
has. Yeah.
I don't even look at it really at this point because it's just like
You can write that off for your.
I'm not going. I can, but it's
I gotta
also like I need my. I don't know. I don't make bones about stuff that I need to do. You know what I mean?
That's
If
true.
the lights need to be here, so like whatever it is, like yeah, it's expensive, but like I mean, so
Yeah, you gotta.
like I'm not gonna
do.
not do it. So who cares?
Same thing about like caring about like your gas ledgers. Like, dude, it's whatever. Dude, I have to use it.
It's a little, yeah. It's just, and it's a little to be comfortable. Like I don't understand. Like I've lived with people where they it's 100 degrees now. Let's finally turn it on, kind of a thing. And I'm like, why? Why did you? It's like if you just don't fucking eat fast food for the week, you'll cover that. It's like the entire, for like the month. I mean, if you would cover probably an entire summer's worth of AC.
And we're talking people that are not destitute, people that are like not really struggling. Obviously, some people are struggling in really bad situations, and that's understandable.
But you know what's crazy about that though? Because like people that are in those situations, they also use a lot of their money irresponsibly in a way that they're doing things like I'm gonna go to fucking Starbucks. I'm gonna go to like the shit that they know they shouldn't be doing. Because I did it. When I was my warehouse job making like $9 an hour or some shit back in 2007. I ate at Taco Bell like fucking at least 3 times a week, and like because I would go for lunch or hit the lunch truck. I'm like, why? If I would have made my fucking meals, how much money would I just? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's shit like that.
Anyway.
That's what I think now, dude. I'm like, I just rather have home cooked food way more often than not.
Yeah, it's number one, it's better, obviously. And then you just save so much fucking money. It's crazy.
Splish Splash, I was gaping his ass wrote in.
Very cool.
Says, hey, cringe gay cum, some whack guy and top sweet cheeks.
Some whack guy. How dare you?
Dang, mine was actually nice.
Yeah, sweet cheeks. Yeah.
Do you little freaks have any interest in doing a separate show / segment, maybe just extra ammos, dedicated to politics? It's very interesting to hear you guys talk about Dianne Feinstein's corpse and RFK Jr. doing the reading for his audiobook. Oh. You seem reluctant to dive into politics sometimes. I mean, I'm reluctant to dive into politics because I just don't really spend time researching and like I don't have like documents in front of me, so I don't want to talk on shit.
I have the documents.
It's fake.
You ever see his desk? It's like a bunch of papers on it. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Some of them are clear. Some of them are straight up empty papers. I've seen empty papers on his desk. And I'm like,
it's like
what
Jon
the
Stewart.
Fuck are you talking about,
It's like Jon Stewart when he just has papers there. And
my favorite thing is like on the Jon Stewart thing is like because it is real papers, but like he just scribbles all over
start
it.
Doodling and
like,
shit.
I noticed that on the most recent thing, or one of the more recent things that he did is like it's just covered in scribbles and like doodles. And I'm pretty sure there's a penis on it. It's the funniest thing.
I love it.
But yeah, I mean, I don't see a point in making a specific show for it. Like we just dive into it whenever it's necessary or whenever it's like funny or relevant, and then we,
right.
I prefer to make more jokes out of it, but like sometimes you got to talk about it. I can't avoid it.
I think a political conversation is very good. I think they're often very
I actually don't think they're useful at all.
I think they are, but what happens is that you guys are jaded. That's why you're super jaded.
I'm not jaded. I just see the
sense.
world.
And it makes
sense.
I'm jaded in general, but as far as actually having a political show, I've thought about it many a times, but it was in the same thing, in the same vein as who do I do it with? It was basically that because this show I was like, okay, we have this show. This show's locked down. We have our extra thing. That I think that's cool. The only other thing I was thinking of like, maybe we'll stream some every once in a while. But like as far as doing a political show that's tied to this, I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me.
The thing about a political show is you need people with differing views, and that's the problem.
No, you don't.
I feel like for the best interactions,
I think those are terrible shows, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I think.
Well, the thing is that this is the thing. They can't be like people that have like it can't be like a fucking Trumper in like One of Us because that's gonna lead to nothing.
To me, you
need somebody with just like relatively conservative values that isn't a psychopath.
I don't like so when I'm watching. So this is what like the show I've been watching. Okay, here we go. Reset. I've been listening to this podcast, Cognitive Dissonance, since 2012. Mm-hmm. Actually, Chris, you might have seen one of the guys because he got into an argument with Sargon and like the first MythCon. It was the one before I went. There was one before. There was a guy that got thrown out because he got into an argument with Sargon. He was like, "You're a fucking asshole. You're this, that," and I was like, I guess so. Right. But I was like crazy. I was like, I know this guy. He had Sargon did a debate with this guy named Thomas Smith, who was friends with those guys that I'm mentioning right now. He used to just read the Bible as a podcast. It was called Thomas and the Bible, and then he did Thomas and the Quran. And so he was kind of an asshole because he was like it was one of those SJW types, but I liked his content. And same thing with this guy Tom and Cecil. These guys Tom and Cecil from Cognitive Dissonance. I like their show. They're very like-minded with very little nuances. One of them's more like, angry and like kill them all type thing. One of them's more reasonable, but they cover things very reasonable. They always cover the citations. Whenever they make a mistake, they talk about it on the next show. I've been listening to them consistently since 2012, and I would love to do a show like that, just feeling like a contribution. And the thing is, it's just like my problem is I never really took advantage of networks and connections. I'm very like I don't
Gay.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Yeah, it's just one of those things where I just didn't take advantage of like, oh, I technically I'm acquainted with so many people, but I never talk to them.
Right.
And that's just like me being stupid technically, because you should talk, you should befriend people, you should keep up with people. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
That like. I mentioned Lyle, where he reached out to me a couple of times. I'm like, yeah, like I'll, and then every once in a while,
I don't like creators. That's the thing. I don't really like most kinds of creators.
Yeah, I understand.
A lot of them, like my friends are my friends. Obviously, like I'm friends with like Mick, Lyle. I'm cool with Jack. I'm friends with like me. We're friends with like Meat Cannon. We know Jonathan Young. Like they're our friends.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like so many content creators have sucked. Just from like me looking in on them, that I'm like, I don't really.
I mean, realistically speaking, it's just because people suck.
That's true.
It's kind of like when people were talking about how like, oh my god, there's so many pedophiles in Hollywood, and it's like there are a lot of pedophiles. Like I don't. They would probably be very distressed. If they knew how many were just like in their family, even if it was just one.
Yeah.
And statistically, I mean, like, dude, there's a lot of people in people's families. Like, I mean,
yeah, a lot of things being swept on the rug too.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just crazy, dude.
Yeah, I actually met somebody. Somebody was in before I nuked my Discord, because I was just like, I hate Discord. Like, somebody was talking about, something happened to her. And then her family was like, because they was connected to the family. And I was like,
you don't want to ruin Thanksgiving.
I have directly called out and threatened people like that in my family. And I'm like, I don't ever want to see you again.
Right.
And my grandma was like, you're right. You're just a 200+ pound man, and you can do that. I can't. I'm old and tiny. And I was like, all right, grandma, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, don't ruin the family. Don't do this. It's. I hate how prevalent it is in Black and Latino families.
Yeah,
it bothers
everywhere.
me so fucking much.
It's everywhere, dude. It's everywhere.
And I guess I'm around people that's mostly of my ethnic background, so I guess that's why I say that.
Yeah.
But like, dude, it's like, don't do that. Like, that's your uncle, and it's like,
yeah, that's what happened with remember the big story, and then
what?
I want to pivot back to the thing, but I just real quick. Do you remember that story of that 10-year-old girl that got raped and impregnated? She had to travel to Ohio or something because in her state that she lived in, abortion was like out, like you couldn't. They were like, and then they found
you're supposed to say S.A.'d, by the way. You're not allowed to speak like a person.
Kill you so hard.
I will kill you hard.
Dude, I'm seeing that shit bleed out into other things where it's unnecessary.
It's everywhere.
I'm seeing that bleed into conversation.
Yeah, and I'm like,
and that really pisses me off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is your mouth gonna get demonetized? I'm sorry. Are you not gonna make money off of this conversation? Like, why are you censoring yourself? I saw this guy, Immortal Technique.
Oh my god! Yeah,
he used the word unalived in the Instagram, where you don't make any money. He's not making any money. There's no monetize. They took the monetization thing out unless you get like gifts or whatever.
Yeah.
But as far as racking up money,
I know why he said that, because of the fact that they would ban. People could report and have his page.
The thing that bothers me,
I agree. It's stupid.
Here's the thing.
It's stupid.
The thing that bothers me about a lot of that stuff is that there are already alternative ways to say these things that aren't dumb.
Yeah.
Like when people say like, suicide or whatever, you can't say suicide, but then they go like self-unalived. It's like, bro, just say he offed himself or something.
Yeah, you can say offed himself, or they took their life.
Or they took their own life. They took their own life.
That is one of the most obvious things. Why did unalive become a thing? Why?
Because of the social
media.
And then
SA, dude, you're not going to get pinged for saying sexual assault. You're not. Even on YouTube, you're not going to get That's the thing that pisses me off. They're just doing it for no.
It's the change. It's the change in language. I understand it's stupid, but it's fucking.
It's a stupid bullshit thing that came from YouTube, and it carried into other conversations because people are stupid. And one thing that SA pisses me off the most, or I think it's actually kind of funny, Stephen A. Smith. So in basketball, it's always the two initials. A lot of people's names. So if you're named Derrick Rose, some people might call you like DR or something, like Allen Iverson AI. So Stephen A, they call him SA, and Stephen A. Smith, they call him SA. And I'm like, now it's just in my brain that his name is Sexual Assault.
Sexual Assault Smith.
Sexual Assault Smith. This is First Take. I'm Sexual Assault Smith, and this is First Take, baby.
So fucking stupid.
Dude, Steve Mason makes me laugh so much. His hairline has made me laugh.
His hairline is at the middle of his fucking.
Who is that?
Just cut your shit, gang.
He's a fucking a commentator.
Sports commentator.
He's on ESPN. He's like, God, he makes
Stephen A.
like
Smith?
20, 30 million a year. It's crazy.
He makes so much fucking money, dude.
I've seen this guy.
Yeah, he's from New York. It's pretty crazy.
That is
Of course
wild.
he's from New York, the way he talks.
It doesn't
Yeah.
look as bad as I was expecting it, to be honest with you.
It's a diehard Knicks fan.
It looks silly, but it doesn't look
because they
stupid.
suck.
The Knicks haven't been good in so long.
They
dude.
got so close to advancing in the because they made the playoffs. They're probably gonna do better this coming season.
I feel like New York is just resting on their laurels of just like being the main character of like the United States, where they're just like, we don't really have to try. Like
Yeah,
our
I mean,
Yankees,
dude,
like whatever. Who
they
cares?
tried with
Football.
Brooklyn. They in basketball, and it was the biggest disaster ever. When you had three of the most like Kyrie Irving,
I feel like
Kyrie,
fucking Kevin Durant,
and
fucking
Thompson, right? Clay?
what the fuck?
was Klay Thompson?
it was
no,
Klay.
but it was the beard, James Harden.
Harden against, yeah.
Just them three alone, you're like, how are you not winning a
I
championship?
feel like I've seen the Stephen A. Smith guy. I feel like I've seen him talking about like
He every once in a while he talks about politics.
no, but I've seen him talk about like whether or not Vegeta can beat like
Yes. So he has a new he has a podcast now. It used to be called he had a gay name. It used to be like No Mercy, but it would say like no, like the K, but then it had in these brackets like the
Oh,
N O.
yeah, yeah.
So it was like No Mercy, double entendre
like
thing.
he believed she lied or,
It was
or
some-
something.
yeah.
or-
It was called No Mercy, and I was like, what a gay name. And then everybody else thought that because then a few episodes in, it's just called the Stephen A. Smith Show now. Because they're like, yeah, maybe for search purposes too, for the SEO, you just want to call it your name and podcast.
For sure.
Not call it fucking No Mercy. What the fuck is that? Anyway, so he does that. Every once it became popular where he'll answer questions and
It was
people
like Vegeta versus somebody else. I
they
forgot
now
who it
ask
was.
him. It's all about that now. It's like Pokemon. He's done multiple Pokemon ones, and they go viral because it's funny seeing this guy that has no idea what any of this shit is.
He's got to look it up a little before he's in. He's like, you gotta look up a little before. It's like Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about shit he has no clue talking about. He's
Yeah.
like, dude, I want to talk about stars and stuff.
pussy? I don't. What
He has kids. He knows what pussy is. He has children.
Alopecia.
Dude, he
on,
fucked a ton. I know.
alopecia on my pussy.
He was like, you
Call
saw him
me-
in college?
Yeah, he's a
Man
good-looking
was a
guy.
wall, dude.
and a fucking wrestler. You got pussy for
He
sure.
got puss.
Alopecia what? Alopecia on my what?
Alopecia on my pussy. Call me Jada Pink Cunt Slit. Rodney says,
Pink
boys,
cunt
which is
slit.
worse, the NYPD or the LAPD?
NYPD.
I mean,
Huh.
By
Well, I
a-
guess you
by
guys
a-
have I don't have that experience to
NYPD by
compare
a
the two.
crazy margin because the shit that happens in New York is the nature of what's made them so fucking jumpy.
Interesting.
LAPD is just corrupt. NYPD is corrupt, and also they have to deal with bullshit that exacerbates their wild nature.
I would
Yeah.
say they're also the amount of money that they make and that they siphon from the communities is it's crazy how much money those
Dude,
motherfuckers.
The LAPD is famous for doing. LAPD is more famous for doing that shit because of the fact that, like, you see it so often. Like, oh, drug bust and $54,000 was found, and it's like, these drug lords only had $54,000. Wow, this cop's wife got a new car 2 days ago too.
yeah. It's
So it's like I think it's the nature of where New York is.
Okay.
That's why. Because New York,
NYPD's
there's so
worse.
much shit happens there.
it's,
you know,
it's the
I mean, I have no stake in this. I okay. If it's worse, then okay.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I could believe that. I think the thing is, like, you know, I think because of 9/11 and just the fact that, like, New York is ostensibly, like, the unofficial capital of this fucking... It's kind of like how, like, Albany is the capital of New York, but, like, it's not... like, it is, but, I mean, come on. Like, no one's going to attack Albany.
Right.
You know? New York's kind of like... That is a big place. And so, like, they're thwarting all sorts of shit all the fucking time. Do you remember that? Do you remember they found the car bomb in Times Square or whatever?
it was like 2013, 14.
Something around there, yeah. But they
Yeah.
found like a car was like, oh, we got it. And they're like, oh, what the fuck? Okay. And they're just chilling around.
But it exacerbates their fucked up nature too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
they're so
Because they're
fucked
calibrated
That makes
for like
sense.
crazy threats.
Yeah.
And so like
They-
some guy
I
like
have ne-
steals a bagel and then they're like, they send a fucking lion after him. It's fucking
up. They
insane.
send they
Yeah,
send a
well,
dog with metal teeth and fucking a gun on his back to him, and the dog activates
They
the
have
gun.
a lion
They send
unit.
they have a lion. There's a lion that they drop lions with drones onto people
Could you imagine
stealing
seeing a
bagels.
lion coming down in the air at you? Take
Dude,
grab
As
it
it's
back.
like this. It's like a PNG, like growing. Doesn't even look real.
That's great.
It's insane, dude. And the way
Yeah.
dude, New York cops are fucking horrible, bro. Especially New York City cops. They're fucking
Yeah.
terrible.
Glad I haven't encountered any. So
Yeah.
Fucking terrible.
Just be like
LAPD is pretty bad, but I guess I just have no. I encountered cops more in New York City just because you just see them more. Like if you're in a place that's walkable, you're just going to run into more cops.
Yeah.
Also, in New York, I was driving a lot more because I had a car, and so like I don't really have a lot of examples of like run-ins with LAPD.
It's the nature of the beast, dude. Like they're not even like I think they're not even consciously really fucked up. But there's so much underhand training, terrible shit that
they're brainwashed and scared.
Yeah,
and
literally,
you kind of have to be. You have to be brainwashed at least a little bit to do like a. Dude, your average person's like you can't just throw a random person into like a war zone or like a situation where there's like that level of heightened conflict and expect them to like act reasonably.
I bet a lot of those people are also ex-military.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I bet.
Especially on that side, they're like, oh, send the most fucked up loony ones over there. So
the two cops in my family that are cops, they are ex-military, Marines and freaking Air Force.
Yep, and they're
literally and it's
sweating, waking up sweating at night.
It'd be insane if when they got back from wherever it is they came from, that they could have just relaxed and be cared for by the fucking country.
And acquired a job that they were promised to do in the contract they signed. Remember they signed those little contracts and they're like, oh yeah, we'll give you this pension, we won't let your house go into foreclosure. And then he's like, no, that doesn't happen. Wow, dude, it's crazy.
It's so cool how
it's crazy. Crazy how my grandma had to fight for my granddad's pension that he earned.
It's funny, come on.
He
it's
earned
funny.
That. That's crazy.
This guy went to war and he thought he was gonna get something out of it, but he got crippled and sad and now he doesn't have it. What do you mean it's funny? Come on. What the fuck? You don't see like humor in it? Come on.
Dude, it's hilarious.
Fucking crazy, dude.
Lol.
Getting the VA shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, the fight for it is insane. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I was like, why do you guys still do this? Are you not aware? Why do you keep? Listen, my friend just signed up again.
Man. They don't have paths, man. Some people just don't have another path. Man.
Dude, I was gonna do it.
I was going to as well, dude. I thought about it as well.
Because I was just like, well, fuck. I mean, I don't know. It's a pension, and my thought was like, well, we're not gonna like, I don't know, like, what the fuck's really gonna happen? Like. I just kind of like bet on the fact that like nothing would happen and then I could like ride out 20 something years in peace and then just kind of collect a good pension, get really fucking fit, you know? Like, I don't know. There's reasons why you would do it. But like, especially if you just don't have many prospects.
Exactly.
In New York, there just wasn't really, I wanted to do game design and there just wasn't anything in New York. And then like I found a school in like Washington. It was DigiPen. It's where Portal was made actually. But I forgot to switch the camera. But I couldn't afford to go there. So I was like, okay, well, what the fuck? I guess I'll go to the military. And then my dad was like, no.
No.
He would have let me do it, but like he said, you don't got to do that.
I mean, what are you?
I did that.
Why are you gonna re-enlist? You gotta stay here in Vietnam with me.
Same thing my grandpa said. My cousin that went to Afghanistan and fucking died. My grandpa was like, I did this so we don't have to do this.
Yeah.
There was already a Jameson that did that. I did it for fucking like 25 years. And he was like, nah, grandpa, I think it's really, I want to go out there, I want to help the country. And he was like, dude, you're black, bro. Just like, don't do that. And what I did, he went out there and got blown the fuck up. And it's like.
Yeah.
My dad was in the military for so long.
My youngest stepsister, I saw what was it called? Like an ad. It was an anti-military thing. It was her friend. And that dude, his IED, it is fucking. Actually, it was a roadside bomb, and he doesn't have an arm anymore. So he did one of his things, like he's talking and starts zooming out, and it shows like his missing arm. That was already enough for me. I'm like, fuck that, dude. Like, why would you?
That's not worth it. What happens if you're in a military family? That shit is very much so pronged in your brain because you're like, oh yeah, my grandpa, my dad, my uncle was a hero. I want to be a hero too, and it's like. And especially as black people, dude, you know how our history with the fucking military, how we're like, oh, we're gonna go there. And they're gonna treat us like people afterwards, and then we come back, and it's like,
I mean, we just look.
No,
when you look at the most historical, look at any World War II footage that is documentaries, Netflix, whatever. The amount of black people you see on there is like it's slim,
and there was so many of us at war for America,
especially in the Pacific and
Pacific, and up in freaking what you call Korea and shit like that.
You don't see very many. Well, of course, after World War II, but I'm talking about during World War II. Even and this is one thing that I understood why Battlefield 5 did what they did. They're like, we want to tell a few different stories because they even showed like say the the French that colonized Africa. They used a lot of soldiers from Africa, and so they did a segment in their campaign mode, showing those dudes.
Mm-hmm.
They did some Norwegian shit. Like, it was actually, I was like, when you get past all this shitstorm of the woke, whatever they were accusing them of, I was like, this was actually kind of cool that they did this. I didn't really enjoy the game, but like, I just thought it was kind of cool that they did that. Yeah,
good perspective to see that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, here's some shit that they don't, just never fucking see it.
I think that's very weird. I think the military is a very insane concept. I think the people still go there and they do it, and I still respect people that go in there and do it.
I think National Guard's cool. I get it. National Defense makes sense. Like, I get
that
why.
makes perfect sense to me. I think it's just like, dude, just take care of your people when they come back. It's like a really simple fucking solution.
It should be the
bare minimum.
It's literally the bare minimum.
The fact that, like,
you should never have to work again if you fucking.
But every single person I know that's in the military has had some sort of bullshit to deal with.
Some bullshit. There is something.
All of them. Every single one. I don't know a single person that doesn't.
So I'm like, you're fodder. It sucks.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. What we got?
There's 2 more, and then we'll wrap it up.
Hell yeah.
First, there's Keith David featuring the corpse of that fool that tried to kill Trump without a silver bullet.
He's a werewolf. Could you imagine?
Probably.
Oh no, I'm changing.
I'm a wary time.
That's what happened when you see him do that bit when he's like and then like you just look close, you see the hair sprouting and shit.
But it's
oh my god!
Yo, that was fucking genuinely scary. That actually like made me feel like I was like I should run.
I'm in danger. What's going on?
Rawr.
Trump would be the most stupid fucking werewolf ever.
Yeah, he would.
He sleep on a banana peel and go straight through a tree.
You ever seen that movie Teen Wolf from the 80s?
Yeah.
Like his dad. His dad looks so fucking goofy.
His dad was such a cuck wolf, bro.
Cuck wolf is crazy.
Cuck wolf. That's
He's a beta.
Movie. He's a beta wolf.
He's a beta wolf.
I love it. I want to start a band called, because there's a new metalcore band called Alpha Wolf, and they're like,
Beta Wolf?
we're fucking, yeah, I'm gonna be Beta Wolf. I'm gonna start like, and I'm gonna take all of their titles and just change them ever so slightly, make them a little weak.
Your album cover could be just photos of Destiny.
I forgot that
shit. I'm just playing, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm just playing.
I actually like that he's kind of going off on these people, to be honest with you. But
yeah, they deserve it.
Sure,
they deserve it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, yeah,
sure.
Keep going. But
he got banned for it. It's crazy. They banned him for that.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
The hypocrisy of that is crazy. Like,
crazy,
dude, there are people running around on Kick with like guns and like there are actual pedophiles on Kick just making pedophile content.
Literally, Sneeko making like straight up pedophilic comments, being racist towards people that are Sudani, being racist towards people that are fucking from the Cayman, like just shit that is straight up fucking racist.
Sure.
Yeah,
like, of course.
Cancel culture, dude, like the whole thing about like, oh, the left wants to censor you and the right doesn't is so insane. It's like the earliest instinct of this that I can remember is like the Dixie Chicks when like the fucking when all they did was protest Bush. Literally, they were like, I don't agree with what Bush is doing.
Yeah,
and then they were like, fuck the Dixie Chicks, and they fucking ripped them off the air.
They got mad at them when
they ruined their careers. Literally.
They changed their name to the Chicks, and then they're like, oh.
But you see, either older people know that and are dishonest, or younger people don't know that, and they just assume that this is like this came out overnight. It's like, oh well, the left does it, so we should do it. It's like, no, this is so old, it's crazy.
They all have. I mean, it's just it's been cognitive dissonance from the very beginning. They swear that their side doesn't do it. It's like
they think they're warriors.
I saw the craziest comment today.
Yeah,
where somebody was like, it was a conversation about Destiny like mocking the dead guy and like whether or not that was okay. And somebody said Destiny made jokes at the expense of a dead man. Toying with a dead body is a crime. It is illegal, and that's why it's not okay, and that's why he got banned. That is authentically the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. Sincerely.
I probably would push that person in. Like, if they were in front of me, I think I would, like, push them down and then walk away. Because like that's so
The Mega Man thing?
Yeah, it would be like that, like just fucking Dr. Light all hypnotized, throwing roll on the ground and walking away. That is because it's just shut the fuck
It's
up.
that you don't believe
Toying
that.
with the
You
dead
don't-
body.
You don't believe that.
You
Like
don't.
no one believes that. I just wish people could just be honest about what they believe. Like, dude, just if you agree, if you just want, look, if you want Destiny banned just because, like, hey, you know what, I don't like him and fuck
I don't
it.
like him.
Just be honest about it.
Right.
Don't like fucking
Be
bend
petty.
over backward. Yeah, be petty. Like own the pettiness, dude. I'm so petty, dude. It's crazy.
Well,
I've done some petty shit.
and the same thing where it's like I don't
That's
feel.
crazy. I don't think I'm a petty
Look,
person at
I don't
all.
look. If you
I
want,
can be. I have the capacity for
You want
pettiness.
to talk about petty because like one of the reasons why people didn't want to make fun of the assassination and everything that happened is because the guy that died. But like the thing is, say you want to talk about petty. I'm like, well, most of the people there, like if you talk to them in real life, they probably seem like nice and decent and chill. But in reality, their ideology, them being at that fucking rally, you got to think of what type of person they are. Personally, this is me just talking about myself. I don't give a fuck about any of those people there. Those people are actively helping the country being fucking ruined. I don't care about them. So when those people are less, I'm like, oh, all right. And people are like, that's so mean. But I'm like, guys, I care. And people would be wealthier. They'd have health care. Everybody would be better off if those people expired.
Not even expired, right? What happened is that those people are ignorant, right? Vast majority of them are ignorant. There's a lot of them that are grifting that are fucking absolute
But
monsters.
the people at the
and
Well,
them.
no.
the people at the
fans,
rally-
people out there
the
just
fans,
are often
the fans are
ignorant
not
people.
grifting.
They're
yeah.
misled. They're
ignorant
misled.
people that they want to do better in their lives. They're probably truly not evil people.
Well,
they're not.
No,
But
you're right.
but
They're stupid.
ignorant
They're
people,
the
right?
thing that I
They're stupid. They're
And
more
it's
than
it's
ignorant.
a shame. It's a shame that anyone lost their life. Unfortunately, shame that anyone lost their life. But at the same time, for them to act like if this shit didn't happen to the opposite side, they would not have a celebratory stance.
Right.
It's fucking preposterous.
That's
Right.
That, to
That
me-
is the part that I
to me
can't
is
fucking stand.
We
That is
covered that,
That is
yeah.
the core frustration with me. It's
And
just
like,
like
and people on Twitter are fucking all over saying shit like that. And I'm like, you guys need to suck the fattest cock, because I know
Well, it's
on
when
the other end you guys will be like,
well, we already have
It's when they
examples.
deny it,
Like,
though.
it's
That's the
literally-
thing that
that's what
pisses me
gets
off.
me.
When they deny it. Because even though there's the examples,
yeah, it's
they'll
the,
deny no.
the insulting of the intelligence is crazy. It's just like, dude, can see your Twitter account. I can go back and see what you said about the Club Q shooting. I can go back and see what you said about Paul Pelosi. I can go back and see what you said about all of these examples, and it's all equally as fucked. So just either you want to either you're okay with that kind of thing and you can disagree with it. Obviously, I'm going to feel differently about like whether or not somebody on my side gets fucked over versus the other side. But like,
Obviously,
I'm
yeah.
not going to like if somebody makes a joke about it, I'm not going to act like I don't do that also. And that's what bugs me about it. Like whatever.
I hate the fucking warrior-esque stance they take too. That fucking like, oh, we're fucking alpha male shit and shit like this happens and they're bitching and crying. Dude, it's fucking preposterous to me.
Of course it
Not
is.
to mention the dude that did it with the trusty weapon that we've been trying to get rid of for fucking ever.
Yeah.
For fucking I stay away from politics because I know when I was paying attention to it, it was making me insane.
Yeah.
And literally, it's making me insane again.
Sure.
And I try my heart. I was reading through fucking Part 2025, and some of the shit I was seeing was making my soul burn. I felt like Johnny fucking Storm.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm setting on fire. I can't listen to this.
Yeah,
and seeing all the people on Twitter being like, I've been ostracized for my right-leaning views. It's like, and people are getting ostracized for being homosexual every fucking day and fighting for their lives, and you're gonna play victim right now?
Yeah,
It just
of
makes
course
me
they are.
so upset because it's so disingenuous.
That's why
that's what gets me.
I almost
That
didn't
is what gets
see-
me.
It is the
Okay.
disingenuousness that really like
And I-
pisses me
I
off. Like I
hate-
don't even care. Like I really genuinely, like sincerely from the bottom of my heart, I really don't care how you feel as an individual. Like I really could give a fuck less. Like on some, I'll have a line obviously, but like at the very least, just own it, dude. Just
just-
own it.
that's what
Why
I asked for.
hide? Why hide?
Because they can.
It's Twitter. Like you got like one of your freaks running the platform. What is even the incentive to hide?
It's because they can. It's one of those things
It's
where
so lame.
it's the problem with the internet where if you talk to any of these people, it's just like all the street interviews I see. I kind of don't like watching them, but at the same time I watch them because there's some value in it and seeing how people behave in social settings in real life where these same people exist out. They'll say something just as absurd as all that shit, and when you confront them immediately, they can't run anywhere. They can't just like a lot of times people, what they do, they glaze over the response, the reply. They don't even pay attention to what the fuck you said because they're not interested.
Right.
So when you confront them in real life, they can't hide from it. And a lot of times they have to concede or they're going to fucking walk away like a weirdo, which doesn't usually happen. It's usually just
they
like
offer violence because that's the fucking nature of people being fucking ignorant.
Well, so they normally see that is such a rare occurrence in real life versus like online somebody saying some crazy wild shit like, oh yeah, I'll do this or whatever. And so that's why I feel like it's pretty useless engaging with people online. I don't do it anymore.
You can't earnestly do it anymore.
Yeah.
If you ever could, and I think really.
I think you can have a discussion with people, but it can't be via text.
But they have to be reasonable in the first place.
It can't even be. I don't even think it can be like. It needs to be like in person too. Like if it's going to be valuable at all. Like I don't buy this whole Discord thing or like just like people having to because it just I don't know if it changes really anybody's mind really. Like anybody who believes the things that they believe is not going to like this.
And the problem
the
is
sides that are fighting right now are just so diametrically opposed in such a way that like it's not even like. It used to be a long time ago where it's just like there was like a kind of like subtlety to a lot of politics.
Uh-huh.
No one's really in the middle in the way that they think they are. People who are in the middle are just people who can maybe like see like the examples of the extremes on both sides. But even people in the middle are like pretty fiercely in one direction. Like I don't. People who pretend to be in the middle right now are very clearly right. You know what I mean? They're on the right. The people who like argue. It's like, oh, well, I can see both sides, but also Elon Musk is amazing.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Musk.
And that's
like,
another online fucking persona.
I think they exist. I think people.
The people. I'm saying the people who exist in the middle so much so that they would so much so that they would actually be swayed by an argument. I don't think they're real. I don't think that's like a real thing anymore.
Even when
I think
when I was politically homeless, for example, but then I was kind of like when I was a lot younger, I just thought like, oh, I like some. Libertarian principles, but when I learned how many people that
saying some of them
well, that was the thing. That was the thing where I'm like, I don't belong here at all. It was because they were all saying that they're fucking libertarian, but they were all conservatives. They were all just
extremists.
They didn't actually give a fuck about freedom. They were just like weird. And I was like, oh, because I like some principles. I thought some things would be better. Because I feel like here's the thing, even when you talk to these people, like, do you remember, I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast, when that fucking guy in the vape store was screaming at that guy that had a MAGA hat on? Do you remember?
I don't remember that.
Like he was screaming at the top of his lungs, get the fuck out. Like it was just this white bro guy with a MAGA hat on, right?
Yeah.
And he was being very chill, cool, calm, and collected. So the other guy was looking like a fucking idiot.
Of course.
And so he was just, but what the guy was saying with the MAGA hat, even though he's MAGA, so he's in the cult, but he's like, hey, man, I just want lower taxes. I just want better healthcare. And I'm like...
There's no shot.
And I'm like, but here's the thing. It shows me, even when you talk to these people on the street, pretty much everybody agrees on the same thing. We all want the same thing. They're just so fucking stupid, they have no idea how to get it. And so they think guy... Hold on 1 sec. That guy, the Trump orange man, is going to get them that. And so the only way you can tell them is by having a conversation with them in person. You can't tell them online.
Yes, I agree. And that's the problem I think what happens with our debates. Our debates fail.
Yeah.
Is because these content creators that are there for fucking content instead of a middle ground perspective.
The online's not going to work.
Where you talk. It shouldn't be an idea of like, I'm going to throw my fact at you and I'm going to make a snark you comment and throw it. It's like, well, no.
I think they should just fight each other.
Let's just chat.
Whatever.
That'd be more entertaining if they actually fought. If they actually scrapped it up, that'd be crazy. I would love to see Dave Rubin fight Dream. I would not Dream. Fucking.
I still see that.
I would watch that. I guess.
I'd watch that one too. I'd love that.
Fight who? Destiny?
Yeah.
Destiny or Dream?
Both. Everybody. Triple threat.
Triple threat,
bro.
Dave Rubin's bigger, so I think he could take him.
Dave Rubin's very tall, but he might be still weak. Because I've bullied some tall. I've bullied tall people before. Like
he's one of the weakest people I think I've ever
he's gay.
seen.
Usually gay people are they're gym rats.
But he's not a gym rat.
He's not a gym rat gay?
He's soft. He's soft.
He's a pudgy fellow.
The gym rat gays. That's a fucking.
Oh yeah. One of my friends that I grew up with. He was like he's a fitness instructor in West Hollywood in WeHo.
Yeah,
he'd kill me.
You don't want to fuck with gay gym rats are crazy.
They're a powerful breed
because they're extra dedicated to go.
Exactly.
Right.
You know,
they go there, they get hurt. They're like, jackpot. I'm stronger now.
Yeah, but all those people, like, whatever I want to.
That was just the name of the guy, by the way. This that led us here.
Oh, right. Let's go.
Let's go.
He's got a question.
Let's go.
He says it's time to write It's time to find out how depraved you motherfuckers really are. How far would you be willing to go with your OnlyFans content for a guaranteed donation of $15 million?
$15 million?
Oh, man.
What do you mean? Like, well, so we say, how far are you willing to go? Like, that's an interesting question. I don't know how to answer that. Because, like,
I would do a sex tape for $15 million.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. That's
easy.
nothing. That's
Easy,
why I'm
easy.
like,
Yeah.
I have like,
I'll show you everything too. I'll have the light. I'll have the flash on.
I'll even turn the lights on.
I'll even turn the lights on for you. Yeah. I actually know someone who does audio porn, erotica.
Oh, where it's just like a recording of
Yeah,
like,
so
like audio.
she like uploads. I don't know if I've never seen it or heard it. I mean, I never heard it, but what I assuming is that it's like autoerotica, or she probably like, it's probably like an actual. Remember those people that would listen to what were those things called? They would listen to the sensitive.
Oh, ASMR.
ASMR. They listen to that stuff and they would swear it's not sexual. So I bet like what she does is that like, oh no, this is definitely classified as sexual. There's no wiggling around it. It's probably like stuff like that, I imagine. But you know, like, all those people, I remember all those motherfuckers back in the day. They're like, it's not sexual, and I'm like, okay, then why is this hot bitch whispering in your fucking ear?
Is it a chiropractor thing?
There is ASMR that isn't.
like,
but
I know there's some are, but you know that's
that-
not what they're listening to.
Yeah. There's like stuff where it's just like the people like fucking with slime or like a weird like tactile stuff. That's I think fine. I think it's weird. I still don't really understand it fully.
That's asexual for sure.
Yeah,
like
but when it's like,
hey, I want to, and I'm like, what the? Come on, dude.
That shit bothers me.
I hate it.
It makes me upset. Actually,
I hate every single bit of it.
I don't know,
Yeah.
$15 million. I don't know. I do.
I would fuck on camera for $50 million. Like
That's
easy.
not even
Easy.
hard though.
Well, that's the
like,
thing. That's why I was like, the question's weird because like, how far are you willing to go? The question should be preference. Like, would you be willing to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time really.
Because like I don't know. Like I'm trying to see if I'm willing to do gay stuff for $15 million. That's a question, and I'm like, it'd be
I would
almost
attempt
stupid.
it, yeah.
It'd be almost stupid not to.
I would attempt it, but the thing is like, as long as you're not expecting something to happen, because there's no guarantee I'm gonna get erected trying to have gay sex. So
That's the thing. Is
the attempt good enough for me to get the money?
I gotta agree. I gotta agree with stipulations. Obviously, I gotta have agreed stipulations. I don't want anything to happen that's not gonna. Every party has to be very much so willing to be a part of it. Obviously,
Of course. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No. Like the idea is like, hey, I'm gonna fuck you and you're gonna fuck me type shit. And it's like,
yeah, that's what basic consent is. Yes.
no. The idea is that like I'm not just gonna fuck you only. You're not only one taking dick. You know, it's like. Oh, man, I gotta take dick too.
So you mean like?
Oh man.
Well, that's not even how all porn works. Sometimes it's just one person's the top and one person's the bottom.
I've never really watched gay porn. If I'm being honest,
That's not. You don't have to watch gay porn to know that. What do you mean?
I know, but idea is like I'd assume gay porn. They'd be like, hey, everybody's getting their dick get. You know?
I no. What?
I would assume so.
Why would you?
Because both parties have penises that they
Why would
probably
you
want to.
assume why would you not assume that there's some people that don't want to get fucked in their ass?
I mean, obviously, there's some people that don't want to fucking fuck ass. I assume that that's a real thing, but I'd assume if I'm doing a gay scene, right? I'm like, oh man, I'm not gonna leave Buddy. I'm gonna leave Buddy out to the pasture.
I see. So he's like he's extrapolating it from like lesbian porn, probably.
Yeah, that's
where
what I was.
where
Yeah.
it's usually pretty reciprocal, and there's not really oftentimes where one does something that the other one doesn't do. Is that what? That's
what my assumption is.
I would why my assumption is not that. It's just knowing how many different types of gay dudes there are. They're like the twinks. They're the bears. There's all that shit, and I imagine a lot of bears probably aren't getting fucked in the ass. Like they're probably going. You know what I'm saying? There's probably these dynamics.
I'm assuming
you're probably thinking of like some sort of standard porn where they're probably both jacked. They're both like the same.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, I feel like that's such a stereotype. Like the jacked gay porn. It's like it's big tits, blonde, dry pussy because she's obviously not turned on, moaning fake moans, fake coming. Like I imagine the jacked gay guys is like that.
I get
where it's like the standard. Oh, bro, I'm so.
Would you accept $15 million?
Fuck my ass.
But
yeah, baby,
you have to be injected with a serum.
You're losing me.
Wait, hold on. This has nothing to do with OnlyFans. I'm curious. Okay. $15 million, a serum that turns you into a weretard.
Like every full moon, I become a retard.
Like Downs or what?
No, like
or just like genuinely idiotic.
Like Sam, I am Sam.
No,
no,
because I probably die.
But every full moon,
every full moon for 15 mil.
Yeah.
Nah.
If you're outside and you're exposed to the moon.
No, you see, that's crazier. It's sometimes the moon just be visible and be like, no.
I might do it because I would just make sure I have my calendar mapped out for the rest of time. And then just, all right, it's time to
but there's
stay
gonna
inside.
be there's gonna be situations where you're gonna be
Something's
caught.
gonna happen.
So you're
might
gonna
have
be
to
stuck in traffic.
No. Stop. Let's read the names. Read the names. Let's get out of here, dude.
Propeller hat just
Last one.
spawns.
Rolls out his head.
Last one. It's not really Jesus Christ. Last one. Coming on
The
this.
lollipop appears again too.
Coming on his skin, the gaping will not yield. Wrote in. This is like less of a question and just more like an interesting comment.
Coming on his skin. What is that? I know that.
Coming on his skin, the gaping will not yield.
God damn it, I know that.
Crawling in my skin.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, the gaping will not yield. Okay. I see. Yeah. so dumb. Why are you so terrible at advertising? It took me well over a year of watching Chris to find out about the Snark Tank and that you had another hidden podcast about PlayStation. I don't disagree with this. However, I will say that I think the internet has evolved in such a way that it's made people really bad at doing obvious common sense things. And what I mean by that is because everything is so algorithmic and people expect things that they're interested in to show up in their feeds, nobody actually goes through the power, puts in the effort to actually look for things in the way that we used to when we were perusing the internet. Especially. Because all of this stuff is there. I have one link, literally one link in my Twitter bio, one link on my YouTube channel, everywhere that has everything that I'm doing on it.
Here's the weird.
And in the past, we would click those things.
People would be curious to check out other stuff that they have.
Right.
If you're a fan of somebody, I want to see what else they get into.
Yeah. So I'm not discrediting because that is true. We don't really push this as much as we could or should.
Not even
that is 100% true.
Not even at 10%.
However, I do think a lot of it is
it's really bad.
Because the thing is we're still growing, so clearly something's working.
I think purely by word of mouth. And
that's awesome.
That's great, but also I also understand how much call to actions work, and I hate that they do because I feel like they shouldn't. Because I'm like, fuck you, you don't tell me what to do. But people actually do things when you ask them to do stuff. So if you're like, hey, just real quick, like if I made an Instagram reel, oh hey, real quick guys, blah blah blah, and they'll be like, oh shit, I never thought about that, and I'm like, well, you should have, bitch, but you know, they kind of do, and
I mean, generally,
yeah. So the person's right, but also I understand where it's like it shouldn't be this way.
Yeah. It should, like, I just feel like people just don't do the, because I do that still. Like, if I find a content creator that I like, I click on the profile, I click on the link just to see, like, oh, what else are they doing?
Yeah.
But I guess that's just like a really old mindset to have on the internet because people aren't used to having to look for the stuff that they're interested in.
That's what I do.
That's true.
Oh, cool.
That's true.
I'm watching somebody's talking about the thing I like. All right, cool. I'm going to click on their videos. I'm going to go through their page. Look at what they got. See their playlist. I'm like, all right, this is really cool.
I check their social links too, because sometimes I'm like, oh, let me see if I want to follow them on something. If they don't post often, I'm like, it's not worth it. Because like some people have like an Instagram, like, oh, they haven't posted since 2022, and I'm like, oh, well, no point of following them.
There's no point. Yeah.
So, but like, I look at their stuff, especially if it's musicians. I want to like, oh, maybe I can collab.
Can you organize Instagram that go by relevancy still? Like not relevancy, recency.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
So you click on the top left and watch. So the top left, this is a recent thing they added because they actually got forced to do it. They literally got forced to do it. It was through a lawsuit. So you click Instagram, right, in the top left, and then you click following, and then it goes chronologically.
Oh.
Yeah, they were forced to do it. They didn't want to do it.
That doesn't really communicate that that's what that does, though.
Well, because they didn't want to do it, so they showed you one time in the most subtle way, and they're like, but they want you to stay with,
I really
with
had
the
no
main
idea
algorithm.
that was even possible. I didn't.
Yeah.
Wait,
was on
you
purpose.
click following and you go to...
And then it's chronologically now.
Well, no, what are you doing?
This, right?
Yeah,
This?
so it goes chronologically now. Now
That's
you can see,
crazy.
exactly my point. Like, they were forced to do it. They didn't want to because algorithmically, obviously, the regular feed is what they want you to
So that
look
means
at.
that you don't see shit you don't follow anymore?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Now the thing is, well, the one thing that they still haven't done, I think Congress still needs to do something about it, is that you have to snooze those suggestions every 30 days. So instead of just being like, stop showing me shit that I don't want to see, you have to go in, and then it'll be like snooze for 30 days. And then I'll start noticing shit's appearing that I don't follow again. And I'm like, oh, I got to snooze it again. And so it's stupid.
So dumb.
It's so fucking
Anyway.
stupid.
Oh my
However,
God.
remember, we're not paying any money to be on these things. So
That is
that's why
true,
they're
yeah.
going to do shit
Yeah,
like
they're trying to
this.
advertise. They're trying.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Twitter with the fucking random ads about penis pills, and I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
stop.
and the way that the
I
ads
already
are now,
bought 'em.
they do the ads so subtly to make it seem like they're not ads.
Dude, the
Like-
people who
I did, and they're like, could you tell this was an ad? And I'm like, yes, they're selling me something.
yeah, the oh man, I don't know. I totally forgot what I was gonna say.
I don't know, something about homosexuality or something.
I probably.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what he was gonna say. Whatever he
What
was
they
gonna say.
do? What they do?
Something. I don't. What? Tell me. What did they do, Chris?
What have they done? What do you want from me?
How do you know?
How
do you know?
How do you
I forgot about that.
That's an old one.
Holy shit,
I haven't thought
uh,
about that in a while.
Oh my god! There are consequences for saying the N word.
How do you know? How do you know?
I love that it was PewDiePie and his son. I love that is the fucking caption. That is so fucking funny.
Because it is
dude.
true.
There are consequences.
That is gonna be.
unfortunately.
That is gonna be. This his son's gonna be on the same bridge one day.
He's gonna be like,
Can you imagine? He streams
and Everlong is
PUBG
playing.
still for some
He's
reason.
still streaming PUBG.
It's so different
There's
now.
3 people on it.
Everlong is playing in the background.
All right, let's read these names. Get the hell out of
Oh
here.
yeah. I didn't say it.
Bye.
N-word long.
N-word Long.
N-word long is something. There's something there.
His name is Edward Long,
That
and they call
sparked
him
my-
N-word Long.
3, 2,
1.
Why'd you count me down?
You gonna read a name, aren't you?
N-word.
Yeah. The
I'm
Adventures
really
of Blackton
scared of
Keys
you.
and John Sun, Sergeant John Sun. The International PDF file training to shit 50 yards. I want a row of guys. I want to be on my knees because I miss those days. I miss fucking all them twinks. Don't want to miss a thing.
Oh, I don't want to miss the
Yeah,
thing.
that's kind of the thing where this is why I want it in the beginning because
Yeah, so you can have the preference to do it in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
melody.
I'm reading, you know, I'm
Yeah,
on.
'cause I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm set on ending the show now. Gears of War, Nendroid, number 2533, Marcus Phoenix. No, Kanye, don't say that. The Jews are not gay. I'm just trying to do Killer Instinct combos in real life on women. What is that? ¿Qué te pasa? What is that?
It's the dragon stuff.
Is
This-
that all like the actual size?
Yes. This is the size of Drogon from the series before.
Show the
That's-
camera.
And that's how big Balerion was,
That's
dude.
fucking.
First of all, show the camera, but also
absurd.
like, what the fuck is this?
That
This is
is
the size. This is the size range of like all of the dragons from Game of Thrones, right? So the really big black and red dragon at the end of Game of Thrones, which was huge, mind you, was Drogon.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Drogon was huge.
Like that's
This is the size of Balerion, the Black Dread, the one that they keep mentioning in the legends of how big it was. But they also said it was big enough that its shadow would cover towns.
What the fuck are
crazy.
you talking? Why?
That's when they show it's a Game of Thrones dragons.
Game of Thrones
Yeah, but
dragon.
where did this come from?
It's this. We just pulled up the ratio of the dragons.
It's on my Twitter
That's like when you
feed.
see like when they go like, oh, look at the planets in the solar system, and then it just shows like the Earth. And it shows like
Bro, that
Jupiter
shit,
and shit.
stresses me out when I see that, dog. I'm like,
I like that
bro.
You
stuff.
can put a bunch of Earths in just the red spot of Jupiter. That's so crazy.
And then there's like, there's like 300 Jupiters, or probably more. There might be 3,000 Jupiters equal to the sun or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget, but it's
It was
something-
like 3 digits something.
You could actually put 49 Rhode Islands in Burbank.
No, you can't.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Rhode Island.
You're wrong.
I'm right.
Rhode Island's
Look it up.
Rhode Island's like as big as a school or something. It's just like
Rhode Island is exactly 0.8 acres.
The idea of giving that, the idea of that being that small and calling it a state is crazy.
Yeah, they're just lazy. They're like,
Rhode
that's
Island
good.
is the size of maybe a middle school.
Do they have like
13
one? Do they have like one representative? Like, what is their situation?
You can't like just
They probably have a very few.
yeah. That's
I never hear about them during election time. That's how small they are.
they must be.
I never hear about them
I
outside
forget
of
that they're a
elections.
state. Seriously,
If it wasn't for Family Guy, man,
that is true.
Rhode Island would have a rough
Oh, they're
go.
in Quahog, right?
Quahog, yeah.
Quahog?
How do you say it? No, I forgot.
Quahog.
It's Quahog, yeah.
Quahog, Rhode Island, right.
Quahog, baby. It seems today.
Is that where he's from, McFarland?
All you see.
No, I don't know where Seth MacFarlane is from.
Movies and sex on TV.
I think he's from New York, actually.
Really?
But I don't know.
Good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely.
Do you know, I didn't know, until I saw a subtitle, I didn't know they were saying lucky. I had no idea what the fuck they were saying, just listening to it by ear.
Oh, I knew.
It was like, Mommy and the Family Guy. Mommy and the Family. I was like, what is he saying?
I knew what it was. It's funny you say that because there's some songs that I listen to where I listen to it over and over again, and I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck he's saying. And then everybody else understands. And I'm like, how do you...
That was one of my favorite bands, Jungle. I had no clue what they were saying. And then I read the lyrics of one of their songs, and all of their songs started like being decipherable for me. And I'm like, wow.
Interesting.
Oh, he's from Connecticut.
Baby Bobby.
That's why he was almost on that plane, the 9/11 flight.
He was?
Yeah, actually. That's a real story, actually, for real.
Boom, boom,
like he was supposed to be on one of the flights, and then he just was hungover or something, and so he couldn't make it.
Boom, boom. Oh, sorry.
So we have an alternate reality where Seth MacFarlane is dead in 9/11, and we just don't know about Family Guy.
Something was crazy about that time that I died in 9/11, Lois. I almost happened, Lois.
That's why he's like that joke where he like they go to fucking Ground Zero and they're like, wow, so this is where the first guy got AIDS. It's like, so stupid.
It's dumb.
I love it. What are we at? What the fuck is this? Vaughn of the Dead. Do you know what this spells? Gotti, gently used anal bead emporium, round-eyed Asian, Slenderman's pansexual brother, I like every genderman. Call me Jared Fogle the way I lose this weight, phallic Baldwin, and the Cometon waved guns in the finale of Fresh Penis with Ball Hair.
Fresh penis with ball hair.
That is so much of a stretch, it's crazy. Who the hell would miss Trump's fat head like that?
Yeah. I'll put that on a shirt.
Blair White canonically banging Alex Jones. I mean, you know.
That definitely happened.
Occam's razor and, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
Google.
Let me see your penis. Let me see your lady penis.
We are in a battle between good, evil.
And
women's penises.
And I am losing that battle for
I am losing that battle to both everything. Everything is taking.
I lose that battle every day.
I lose that battle every day.
She got the gawk.
In fact, I had the gawk.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I can't stop throating.
I'm throaty on.
Have you ever seen a video of me throating? It was staged.
I couldn't believe it was 9 inches soft.
That's fucking insane.
What?
That is insane. Google and read about the Charlie Brown comic strip from November 6, 1974. Femboy Sauron, Lord of Mordor, Ares, Destroy Israel, and My Life is Yours.
Super male vitality. Made with 100% transgender semen.
I like pussies that are long.
They come out and they jut out. Like worms.
Using cum for the counter blackface cosplay. Death. So Death is a patron of ours.
Oh, nice. Death.
1776 is the amount of penises I've taken.
Jesus fucking Christ, bro. That's a lot of dick.
It's like quite
I wonder
a bit.
who's the person that's fucked the most people on our planet.
That
Genghis Khan.
I don't think so.
Objectively.
I think so, actually.
Objectively,
I think almost
Genghis
like
Khan.
scientifically, you could probably like make that case.
Yeah,
On
the most
horseback.
I mean, he must have, right?
On
He
horseback.
get the horse to turn afterwards.
He definitely fucked the horse. I mean, people back then are definitely fucking horses.
They fucked the horses for sure.
That poor horse.
Yeah.
I mean, that poor Genghis.
That poor Khan.
That poor
Yeah.
Khan.
You know, they actually, do you know Genghis Khan's nickname?
What?
Mr. Hands?
Farewell, brother.
Farewell, brother. Big Meaty Stinks. Jack the world's fastest Maori roasted maple neck supremacy.
We
Andy the
listened to
man
the
whose
audio
handies are
from it a
A tier
few
and
days
dandy,
ago.
but not as
Mr. Hands, the audio.
but not as dandy.
why?
Retardy Oswald.
Because there's a moment where you know he dies. You know?
JFK was
That
shot.
groan.
Retardy Oswald.
I'm sorry, the groan.
I hate that shit, dude. I hate
It's
that.
a death rattle. That's what's
Yeah,
crazy.
it is.
It literally is a
I
death
hate
rattle.
it. I hate it.
And you're like, oh, he's out. he's He was actually an engineer. He was an engineer.
Yeah, what a fucking
Wow.
idiot. Maybe we
He's a
should
Boeing
have engineered
engineer.
him a better
Right, should have
colon.
drew up a blueprint on how it wouldn't fucking fit in there.
He did it before. It was more than one time.
This
He
stupid
wasn't.
asshole fucking like prolapsed and measured it.
I've still never seen that video.
It is really sad.
I seen it one
Pull
time
it up.
and I was enough.
No,
Pull it up.
It's way more sad.
Jamie,
than
pull up
this.
Mr. Hands.
There's
Cuts
We
to
need
the
another screen. We buy another
There's
screen.
Just for that side for no reason.
nope. There's some things.
Audience, put Mr. Hands behind Kingston's green screen there.
Yeah.
Let's not. You know they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that.
Dude, your mentions are gonna be great. Hey, do not at me or the Snark
No,
Tank.
at every single one
no,
of us.
just at
at
Tom
all
Sweeney
of us.
Inc. Tom Sweeney Inc.
At Elon Musk.
I'm gonna retweet
At
it.
Elon, everybody said, put Mr. Hands on Twitter behind Kingston, begging for it not to happen, and at Elon Musk right now.
Oh my God!
I'm
Yes,
at you
I
guys at it
command
too.
this. I command
You guys-
this.
it's happening.
That's rattle, bro.
Thank you very much for this. I kind of.
Wow. What's that guy's name? Kingston.
This is very funny.
I want to meet him.
What an edgelord! I love him.
I want to meet this man.
I want to meet this man immediately.
this man right now.
And I want to kill him by having him drive a Cybertruck.
Here's a free Cybertruck. It's gonna blow up.
I'm thinking
No, it's literally just drive it. You're gonna die. You are going to die. That is a fact.
JFK was shot in the
Guaranteed.
neck, first to destroy a Sonic 2 medallion. And
There are
heat
4,000 Cybertrucks
smoker.
right now, and every
Gids.
single person has died driving them.
Every
Sweeney's beard looks sprayed on. Sweeney makes my snake solid. Sweeney looks like
Nice.
he rolls around in carpet. It's 3 back to
Why
back.
is there so much anti-me
fuck?
rhetoric,
3 back
bro?
to back.
Why is there a... What the fuck? Is that a number?
What are you talking? What the fuck are you looking at?
Your fucking screen. There's a number right by your finger.
Oh yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
I'm just saying. I was just like, I
Yeah.
just saw it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what to make of that. Maybe it's his social security number.
Maybe an emergency Snark.
It
It literally is the same amount of
It
digits.
is the amount. I mean, I'm sorry. We're financially obligated to read this.
I mean, technically, you're right.
I mean, I guess anything's a social security number, though. I mean, you can just make sure.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Sween makes my snake
69.
solid.
699 6969.
Many men wish death upon Trump. Blood my ear. Blood on my ear. The sex serve around me.
Many gay men.
Sucking on Mr. Rogers' 12-inch cock. 761-677601. Ben Shapiro moans when his finger goes through the toilet paper. Mr. Pants. Sween, what's your favorite Magic cards and Commander to play? You answered this. I'm not gonna fucking allow you to say anything. Baller of the First Sin, Cardboard Pie, Spum Befudders, Linkara pulling out his trusty magic gun at the Trump rally. Jolly old dipshit. They tried to make me go They tried to make me go to retard, but I said ner. So insane.
Ner. Stupid.
It's really fucking dumb
Stupid.
and really mean.
They're
May
trying
thy
to
load
make
drip
me
and
stay
splatter.
alive, but I said no.
Oh my fucking Christ. May thy low drip and splatter cipher graph coming kidney stones like a machine gun. Speed up. Fuck me fast. Load me up with cum so I fill a glass. Hurry up, boy. I don't need no sass. Now speed up. Fuck my ass. Snake saves the kids from the trans agenda featuring Revolver Rittenhouse and the Bud Light Factory. Hunter Dubois, Moonlight, Great Ford F-150, Eli Frost, Martian Man Fucker.
Nice.
Sweet Dome.
What? Give it to me.
Sweet Dome Alaman Butt.
Sweet Dome Alaman butt.
Where the guys fuck dudes. Sweet home all a man butt. Mama, I'm coming on a dude.
That was great.
Sweet home, oh Alabama. Wait, what is it? Alaman
Alaman
butt.
butts.
Alaman butt.
Here I be, fucking dude.
Lily's asparagus binging piss
That's
dealer.
just
You must
facts.
go to the bodega since the moose site grew tits and guess I'm a woman now wrongfully exonerated. Help me, I'm stuck in a well. Would you be okay if Marvel made Black Panther white? I don't understand why guys don't gargle semen all day. They say because that's gay, but that's gay. No, it's fine. She pipkin on my pippa coming in the name of El Chris Esputo. No way I'm hanging out with a couple of gooners. Insisting that Bryle is a stand-up guy, motherfucker went from sketch to catch real quick. Just a hard R. I fall asleep to N-word compilations. Gordon Ramsay's Lobster Bisque Victim Memorial Fund. That 10-second clip of Meek Mill telling The Rock to get up has had me laughing for a fucking month now, and I hate it. Transfemme Gremlin, exposing people with lactose intolerance to 90 million rods of ionizing radiation. Yush, Craig the Canadian, Ellie, do my taxes. It's your boy Shawnee D. The term "short king" is a false motivational phrase created by Big Short.
Big Short.
Hook up my car battery to a dead hooker's clit bling and nose ring. Call her Frankenstein's whore. Sell her on eBay for a neat 5. 3XO. Unbelievably sad that Trump Wilkes shoot barely missed their mark and grazed his head. George Lucas firing an RPG at the Goodyear blimp because it rhymes. I love the sparkles around that.
Sparkles around it?
Sparkles around it rhymes.
It rhymes.
It rhymes. I think it just rhymes really well. Namor rolling SpongeBob up and using him as a fleshlight and dumping what's left of him in the chum bucket, slurping, stroking, smoking, joking, emoticons going like this. Drip MH Lord of Homeless Drip, gay Bill O'Reilly be like, fuck it, we'll do it gay. Seal Kfar. But did you know the men I blow make my ass become wide and the gerbil inside can be seen? Obi-Wan shall blow me. Kremlin to Gremlin, the rotten old Jimmy Dick. Evil Sween says, I love the gays. Yes, that's what you said. I'm gay, yes. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is older than me.
It's a realization.
When I read that, I kind of got confused because it's like, yeah, I mean, he's 49.
That was my first thought. I was like, oh, wait, no.
But then I thought, like, oh, wait,
from the first one,
I understand
right?
what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's not a Wawa, it's a convenience store, you cunt. Somebody that I used to know tune, some bussy. Oh, some bussy that I used to know. That's all he wrote. That's why.
Bussy that I used to know.
Wage Slave 583. The Papini Brothers game presents Seinfeld versus It's Always Sunny 2. Pneumanium of the Nightman. Donk Donkerson. Listen to Hit My G-Spot by You're Pretty. Hands down. One of the best original gay songs I've ever heard. You got to pay the troll souls to get in the boys' hole. Gate 6. Solid Snake tweeting about how the woke mob took over the military because he can't say slurs anymore. PP. In an earlier name, I said I was putting PP in the beginning of every name just to identify it as me. Good. Killer Instinct. Announcer voice, Supreme Racism. Also a good second name for this podcast. R.I.P. Ray William Johnson, 1981 to 2024. I'm gay. I'm in need of a guy. If I don't see men, I'll die. You can feel my behind. You can see my intestines.
Nice.
Me be fishy. Speaking incantations to the pussy to call that spirit box. Dr. Kid Inspect. I'll carpet bomb the Gaza Strip for a quarter. John Strickland. My partner snapped the chair legs off my Chris Reagan U2s and then proceeded to tear off my legs in self-defense. Merck's 1889. Fat dykes really just exist to stonewall their hot friends.
Facts.
The first Church of Keith David featuring the corpse of the fool that tried to kill Trump with a silver bullet. Without a silver bullet. The second Church of Keith David featuring being better than the first Church of Keith David pre-Roz. Somebody once squirted on my mother's ashes. Blake896. FYI, it's been over a year and Mama JF is still missing. At this point, how many pieces do you think she's in? Chris Lang trying to read like crazy that Starlight got that surgery, but Adrian Brody just looks that way. Alaskan Oilfield Trash. Texas Tater Salad. Young Sheldon with 2 planes crashing onto him. Sue Hulk. Tickle My Ass Hairs. Nikki Ziggy. Ghost of JoJo. Schadenfreudian Slip. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Badly Brave. Hugger Derek. Duck Cunt. The Vegan Necromancer. I Got Consent. Aetherian. Broderian Punter. Nafram. Melphis 1. I busted my hands last week again, but the Dr. Diss was too tempting.
Too tempting or too tempting.
And rounding out our list as always, the King of Haphazard. Thank you. Thanks
Sayonara, niggas.
Sayonara, goodbye. It's over. Everything's fucking scary. I'm so
seriously, guys, vote and read politics. Read stuff.
Read it. Read up
real.
on people. It's really crazy, actually.
No, seriously, please.
I'm not a an extreme person. It's pretty wild out there.
Yeah, go to political
read
orgies
up.
where you fuck each other and also review policy.
Come on, an enemy.
No, review policy. Please that. Vote. You guys have more power than you think you do.
Get out there and come on an enemy right now. Get out there and come on your enemies. With consent. Ask them if they're okay about it. If they're not, convince them.
Convince them. There we go.